Hello, hello. Am I muted? Can you hear me? The heck? Why is my music not coming through? Should be good. Should be good. Interesting. Okay. You can hear me. Then that means the important part is set. I'm gonna set my own BGM so I'm not just talking into absolute silence, like eerie silence, you know? Can't have, what the hell is this? No, what the hell is even this? Aw. Curiouser. Music is very faint, but it's audible. I will fix that in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. Okay. There we go. Maybe drop that down a bit. Alright. Increase that just a little. How is that? Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming out. It's a just chatting stream, and I'm pretty pumped about this one. Stream Strong is so relaxing, dude. It's unreal. Thank you, Diggy. Hello, Javier. Hello, Al. Rue, hello. Kropek, hello. Axred, hello. Astro, hello. Dink, hello. Lotus, hello. Onikine, hello. Iggy, Nathan, hello. Mystic, hello. And background, Noodly Math Rock. I don't know what Noodly Math Rock is, but I trust your judgment, Astro, because you are. Hey, Johnny. Rico, hello, Rico. Yeah, I'm gonna eat the greens. Let me. Well, first off, we're gonna crack open a cold one. Oh yeah. Oh god. Oh. I spilled some on myself. Oh, that's fine. We're good though. We're good. Kiney, hello, Kiney. Hello, Twinkle. Hello. Oh, welcome. I welcome lurkers because I myself, as a VTuber fan, lurk 99% of the time. So, hats off to you, friend. Feel free to lurk as long as you want. What am I drinking? I am drinking a just, I don't like talking about brands. It's a stout. It's just a generic stout, you know? What veggies am I eating? I got a plate. I went to Costco, because Costco is my favorite shop. And I went to Costco to get a veggie plate, and apparently they don't sell veggie trays at Costco anymore. At least not the one that's near where I live. Kind of makes sense, I guess, because veggie trays are kind of a party thing, right? And if you're throwing a party right now, you are extremely irresponsible. Haha. Hey, Tatis. Hello, Tatis. Welcome. I think that's the first time I've seen you in chat. Yeah, I hope I can put on a pretty good show for you. Yeah, so I got like a generic veggie tray from my local supermarket. We got, it's mostly carrots, not gonna lie. Looks like about 20 sticks of celery, maybe 30-ish cherry tomatoes, and a bunch of broccoli. Ari, hello Ari, yeah, welcome. Yeah. Yeah, the veggie plate. I don't know if you guys looked at the description in the comments. Not comments, the description of the video. I'm not gonna force myself. Did you hear Pecora? I don't know. Pecora will steal my carrots. She's in jail. I don't know like how she's gonna steal my carrots from jail, but if she can do it, oh yeah, 100%. Oh, Fluffles, hello. John, hello. What's my number one green? That's a very good question. What's my number one green? Let me take a sip. I think I'm a spinach orc. I do love me some spinach. I think they're good. Broccoli is really good. Yeah. You know like roasted Brussels sprouts with olive oil and garlic. Ooh, that's good. Brussels sprouts are really good now. I hate boiled Brussels sprouts. I would never eat that, but PC Animation, hello. I think I saw you last stream. Welcome back. Oh, the patron simp, hello. Yeah, broccoli. Oh, broccoli is timeless. It's just so good. Nymphy, hello, hello. Oh, I'm feeling good. This is a pretty good beer. I got a big old tray of veggies. Maybe I'll pop it open and we'll take a little nibble, you know? I don't know if you guys can hear that. Oh shit, the tomato. That's veggie one. We have veggie one. Toss that shit in the trash. Ethereal Realm. Hello, welcome. Kick back, maybe crack open a brew with me, and we're gonna have a chat tonight. Oh yeah, I'm ready. All right. You are not a picky eater for sure. I'm so bad with the greens. I love carrots though. Oh, carrots? Yeah, carrots. I mean, for me, you gotta have carrots in almost like anything I eat. I like popping them in there, especially like curry. I even put carrots in my chili. You know, you dice them up real thin. You boil them for a long time, and they just ooh snatcher. Hello, welcome. Take a bite of this carrot. You guys hear that? I don't know if you guys can hear the crunch, but yeah, that's just so good. It feels like you're meeting up with an old friend. Oh, thank you, Ari. I think that's the vibe that I want to try to go for. And I know the Nugget stream, I had people tell me that they were rooting for me, but near around like Nugget 60 onward, they started feeling really sorry for me. They were like, oh dude, please don't. You can stop. And you know, I don't want anybody to feel bad. So I'm not gonna force myself to eat this giant tray of veggies. We're just gonna chill. Koki, hello. Yeah, I'm doing the nuggie damage. Eating a carrot. Orc shrimp, hello, welcome. Melons are people too, welcome. Sprinkle some garlic and melted butter on that broccoli. You have God in dish. Hell yeah. Oh, that sounds so good. This is so much better than nuggets. The hell was I thinking? Koki, sub boss, welcome. Everybody, it's Koki, the sub boss of the Southside Skinks. Rummy, Koki, and Crimbo. They're VTubers that I really respect. I gotta say, the only VTuber I can think of off the top of my head that I might respect more is Kongo. Ari too. I really respect Ari. Yeah. That's like such a conflicting feeling because it's like I've actually been lurking in Rummy and Koki streams for, gosh, since January, I think. So to think that I have any effect on VTubers that I really respect is like really, it's not a bad feeling. It's just very bizarre. It's like a Twilight Zone episode. You know what I'm saying? Oh. I've tried tomato slices with some. I have never tried fried tomato, but I've heard that it's a delicacy. Fried green tomato. Patron Simp asks, what are some exotic fruits or veggies that I would like to try? That's a good question. We're gonna delve. Oh, Domo, Golden Alpaca. Hello, welcome. Oh yeah, we got carrots, we got brock, we got celery, we got cherry tomatoes, we got everything. We're good. Anyways, exotic veggies. This ties back into my tea hobby, but one of my favorite teas is a roasted oolong, and it's roasted with a special type of wood. And that wood is from a fruit tree, an Asian fruit tree called the dragon's eye fruit. Long an fruit. Long an. I don't know how to, I'm not Chinese, so like my pronunciation is garbage, and any Chinese people in chat, I sincerely apologize. I have highest respect. I don't want to disrespect your language. I don't know how to do tones. So the dragon's eye fruit. Doesn't that sound fucking badass? There's a fruit called the dragon's eye fruit. I want to try it. Yeah, twinkle. Long an, right? Yeah. What does it taste like? Why is it called the dragon's eye fruit? I have no fucking idea. I've never eaten one. I can't find one. No haikus today. J. Michael, no. We're kicking back. We're gonna munch on some veggies. I'm gonna talk your ear off about bicycles and shit. Right now we're settling in, you know. I'm not I'm not much of a haiku guy. If it doesn't give me draconic powers, I'm sleeping. Exactly. Oh, that's good. Google the fruit. It looks like an eye. All right. And it sort of tastes like lychee. Oh, interesting. I have no idea how I would get it, like here in the States, but I would really want to try it. Does that count as an exotic fruit? What's the chat consensus? Is that make me the dragon blood sorcerer of my dreams? Oh yeah, that's a dream. Let's pop open a tomato. Literally go to any Asian and Chinese market. Okay. I think I know a couple near my work, so maybe I'll pick one up. Not that I go into work that often anymore. It's like 60% work from home. How's your guys' week? Just curious, you know, just curious. Anything new? Anything crazy? Any big wins? Any big losses? I think I got to get the elephant in the room cleared on my end. I recently broke 1K subs on YouTube, and I freaking promised myself when I started VTubing. I freaking promised myself I would not focus on the numbers. I would just do the best that I possibly could, and I mean the numbers will follow, right? Like as long as you're doing your best and as long as you're putting out good content, the numbers will catch up to you, even if it's like a little bit bored out of my mind. Did it clean at college and semester's ending. Oh, you made it. Yeah, thank you everyone. Thank you, Ding. Thank you, Ari. Yeah, so 208 push-ups. Let's go, Iggy. Thank you. So like I hit 1K and like I'm like tearing up again. Hold on a second. I gotta get myself under control. Hold on. I'll take a sip. Eat some broccoli. Arxay, thank you so much. So I found out that I hit 1K after this really cool interview I had with a VTuber named Bananiel, and yeah, I just started like freaking crying. Like it just started coming out, man. I was emotionally oaking, you know? Yeah, I just started crying, and then like I was looking around for like tissues. I don't have any tissues in my room, you know? I'm not a coomer, so I don't keep like a box of tissues at my computer desk. So like I was like, what the fuck am I like? I'm like dripping all over the floor. So I saw like a dirty shirt that I used to work out, like a dirty shirt on my floor, and I just picked that shit up and I cried into it. I'm gonna eat the rest of this brock. Oh, broccoli is the king of veggies. Let's go. I want to put a fucking crown on this thing. You can only say sweat. Yeah, I'm sweating from my eyes. We orcs have a word for crying. I'm not going to say it in the orcish language, but the literal translation of crying in orcish is emotional bleeding. So when you're crying, you're emotionally bleeding. You know? Nothing to be ashamed of, man. When you're bleeding, that means you're doing something right. You're killing something, right? I arrive and I see an orc bento box. That's adorable. Thank you. Yo, my mama Woozy made it for me. You see the little note for Randon smiley face from mom? My mom made it for me. Look at this amazing bento box, and it's got a little bit of a furikake art with the nori glasses. You see the glasses and the little fangs? Oh, I love my mom. Yeah. Everybody, you better love your goddamn mother. All of your mothers. All of them. What was I talking about? Yeah. Domo. Golden alpaca. That's the way to do it, man. I love to Brendan's mom. Thank you, Virginia. Right? Look at it. We got karage. We've got the tamagoyaki right there. We got these little cut vegetables. Oh. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Mother's Day is coming. Yeah, we got to get her something real nice. Yeah. Yeah, talking about emotionally bleeding. Yeah. When I was young, I used to think that eating spinach would look like Popeye. Yo! I think that's why spinach is my #1 green. Because of the whole, like, Popeye psyops that they did, right? Where, like, you eat spinach and, like, it increases your strength by 30% for 10 minutes. It's like a fucking MMO buff, you know? Right, Ari? Right? Yeah. Mother's Day was on Valentine's this year where I came from. Oh, okay. Nice. Carrots. Who ate carrots? Like Bugs Bunny, I guess? Spinach is really good when you use it right. Yeah, I like spinach. Yeah. When I eat rabbit food, when I eat salad, I don't like lettuce in my salad. I prefer baby spinach, you know? Little weightlifting tip. Spinach actually has like one of the highest ratios of protein for like any vegetable. Like per gram of spinach. There's a lot of protein in spinach. Yeah, what's up, Doc? You gotta find a friend to do the duck season, rabbit season bit. That's how you know you got a true friend back in the day, you know? Like a schoolyard buddy. Oh, mushrooms. Yeah, mushrooms are good. Oh, yeah. Although, I don't know if I would eat raw mushrooms? Maybe. I don't know. Hey, Curly. Hello. Welcome. I'm doing well. I'm doing really well. Thank you for asking. Just working on the veggie plate. Yo, kale. Kale is amazing. Yeah, arugula. Yep. Man, I'm so healthy. Hell yeah, Rendon. You're a healthy orc. You deserve like 100 chicken nuggets for this. Oh, Hatch. Hello. Welcome. Welcome. As a Tennessean, I immediately focused on the Jack Daniels. Oh, yeah. Did you notice it's the... Oh, yeah, you even spelled it the right way. Dak Daniels? Yeah. We got to avoid any trouble with the copyright police, you know what I'm saying? Moans. Oh, I'm never doing 100 nuggets ever again. Ever. That part of my life is done. And I think I told you guys when I did the stream, the reason I went into it with so much confidence is because I've done it before in college when I was weightlifting more, and I had 2 roommates that went in for it with me. You don't get 100 nuggets. This trays to make up for the last set. Yeah, I'm done. Oh, rice and sausage. Should have done 100 French fries. Yeah, I can do 100 French fries. I do 100 French fries all day, any day. When you were young and foolish, yeah. Any veggies that I normally dislike, besides if it's done specific? Let me think. I gotta tell you, I'm not a fan of asparagus. Not a fan. They taste good. They taste like veggies going down. But man, that when you're bleeding the lizard, so to speak, that asparagus has got quite a pungent aroma, and I'm not into that, you know? Not into that. Yeah, right? Asparagus is, pass. What is my favorite workout move? Curly? I don't lift weights anymore, but when I did lift weights, my favorite was a standing overhead press. That was my favorite. And I'm going to follow up with my least favorite lift, because it is the lift that ended my like weightlifting career. and that is cleans. If you guys know what a clean is, it's the first half of a clean and jerk. Hey, coffee, hello. So I was doing cleans, and yeah, I'm just gonna tell you straight up, I was thinking about booba. I was distracted, and I did a clean, and I fucked up my wrist. Like, it landed on my wrist just really bad. A clean, how do you describe it? So you're in the deadlifting position, no mixed grip. It has to be like right on grip, and then you push up like a deadlift, and then you pull the entire bar above onto your shoulder, and then you have to let it rest on your shoulder. And then the jerk is where you lift it above your head really quickly. So the cleans in general are a very, very good lift for giving you explosive strength. So a lot of athletes use cleans. That's like a standard lift for pro athletes. So I was doing cleans and I was not paying attention, and it's supposed to land, the bar is supposed to land on your shoulders, like, right? Like your lower shoulders, close to where where your arms meet your shoulders, and that's where the bar rests before you do the overhead press part of it. But instead of landing on my shoulders, it landed straight on my wrist, and it just like fricked up my wrist really bad. Like I had to go to the doctor and stuff like that, and they were like, "Yeah, you're done. You're not weightlifting for 2 years, if ever." So that's I had to stop weightlifting because of that, because I just do not do cleans unless you're paying attention. Like, you got to respect that lift. Yeah. Oh, Enzaru, hello. Probably been asked, what is your favorite food? Curry, hands down. Curry, Japanese curry, Indian curry, Thai curry, any type of curry. But I gotta say, I got a soft spot for Japanese curry. Oh yeah, Dink. I'm still shrugging. I think my wrist is like, so my wrist used to click when I twisted it around. It stopped clicking like two years ago. So I could probably start weightlifting again. I might try it. Yo, 350 leg press? That's some good shit, Curly. That's some good shit. Oh, Heavy Boy, hello, welcome. Yo, you're making curry for dinner? I don't want to invite myself over, but if you made extra, maybe I could, maybe I can stop by and dip the beak, you know what I'm saying? What kind of curry are you making? What are the veggies? What are the meat, if any? What do you got? Yeah, Ari, it was really bad. Like, it hurt so bad that I thought I broke the bone in my wrist, and I didn't, but I screwed it up really bad. Come to think of it, if I didn't hurt my wrist, I might not have started bicycling. So I kind of don't regret it. I think I like bicycling a lot better than lifting. Perfect ASMR. Yo, if you guys like ASMR, I got some recommendations for you. We got Vividly ASMR. In my opinion, probably the best. We got Flint Blacklock. Although Flint does a lot of gaming stuff, so he's more gaming than ASMR, but he does do ASMR maybe once every 2 weeks. And then another newer one that I'm really into is Ver the Velociraptor. I think that's how you spell it. Those are probably my 3 favorite ASMR VTubers. Yeah, Flint is great, right? Oh, I love his stage presence. It's so good. Sand cutting, sand packing. Yo, yeah. Yo, Extra Hot Vermont. Yeah, Vermont is good stuff. For me, it's a toss-up between Vermont and S&B. Yeah, the sound of cooking. The sound of onions and garlic frying in a pan. Oh. Oh, Hovercat, hello, welcome. Thanks for modding for me. We munchin', man. We crunching. Oh. Great little apple in there. Oh yeah. Bartending. Oh yeah. How do you read all the comments promptly? So I'm a boomer. I'm like actually a boomer. Absinthe, hello, welcome. Mike, hello. I have my chat text turned up to 250%. So you know like you got like a grandma or maybe like an older aunt or an older uncle that has like an iPhone and their text is like freaking huge. That's me. I'm that uncle. I've got like huge text and that's how I'm reading so quickly. Oh my god. Can I read this? Hello, welcome. I can't read Cyrillic, so I need to Google Translate this. Just a moment, please. In English. Oh, that's not helpful at all. Oh, I apologize. My tiny orc brain can't handle it. I apologize. You should go to a local place and sit along just to sit in the ambiance and study. Oh, right? Everybody's got a favorite study place, especially in college. Usually like, you know, like a cafe or a... I used to go to a Jamaican restaurant that was right next to my school and get like a pretty big meal, chat up the owners, and then just study there. And they would let me study there after I was done eating. They wouldn't chase me out. Just a really wonderful place. I went back to New York recently. Not recently, like a year ago, and that restaurant shut down. It made me really sad. Right, bento on your desk is the perfect thing. Thank you, Lamp Devil. My VTuber mama made it for me. Woozy Dan. I highly recommend checking her out because she's an amazing artist. She can draw magical girls. She can draw orcs. She can draw robots. She can draw heavy armor, like full plate armor, chainmail. She can draw anything. Anything you want, she can draw it for you. If you've got the coin. Slavic Giant, what a beast. Eating ice cream while I eat veggies. Hey, that's fine. I love ice cream. Translated to Slavic Giant. Thank you everyone. Oh, Twinkle's going to sleep. Oh, night, Twinkle. Thank you for coming out. Appreciate it. Elliot, hello. Welcome, Elliot. I think the last stream of yours that I was lurking in was a Japanese lesson. It was pretty good. I liked it. I think I was at work though, so it was really tough for me to comment and in places pay attention because, you know, I gotta work. Woo. Nothing is better than bento made by mom. Exactly. It's called the Atrium, and it's just a cafe area with a nice atmosphere. Exactly, Demon. Or, Al. Yeah. Anywhere else but my apartment. Yeah. I mean, hopefully we'll all be vaccinated soon, you know? You say heavily armored magical mechs. I bet you Woozy would be able to do it for you. If anybody can, Woozy can. If you've got the coin. Just call me Turn, my good man. Okay, Turn. Welcome. I will commit that to memory. Let me see if I can get a little bit of a closer look at your icon, so. Okay, I got it. Top 3 anime ever. Alright. Ever. Akagi? No, Kaiji. No, Akagi. Akagi. Akagi or Kaiji. I'm gonna cheat and I'm gonna say one of those two. Trigun behind me. And I'm gonna choose a more recent one that I really like. Let me think. Chihaya Fudu. Chihaya Fudu is number 1. So we'll go ahead and type that out so you guys can, because I'm sure I butchered that. Akagi Kaiji. Trigun, and Chihaya Furu. Let's go. That's my top 3, buddy. I like here just being my second time here. Yeah, coffee. Happy that you came back. Really, really happy. I really appreciate it. Hey, Admiral Spore, welcome. Thank you for coming and hanging out. And don't really have much of anything planned. I'm just gonna rant about my hobbies in a bit. For now, I'm vibing with chat. I just want to catch up with you guys. The resident publicist. Thank you. Welcome, welcome. Yo, Trigun is so good. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Anybody with a store card, worth breaking the diet. Oh yeah, free food. I'll eat anything if it's free. Anything. You can take that to the bank. Yeah, Elliot, Chihaya Furu is probably the best sports anime ever made. And I'll die on that hill. Trigun is one of my faves. A comrade. You're a comrade. Tevi, hello, hello. Thank you. Thank you for checking me out. I really appreciate it. Enzeru. My further question, but how would we share the fan art? What would you like to see? Enzeru. Oh. I actually have art tags on my Twitter. The easiest way for me to see is probably either my Twitter or my Discord. I will definitely see it if it's on Twitter because I check my art tags like once or twice a day. Oh my god. Violet Evergarden. That series was too sad. Like I dropped it episode 2 because it was just like emotionally damaging. I couldn't watch. It's just too much. It's over the top sad. What did Violet Evergarden remind me of? Have you guys seen Requiem of a Dream? Violet Evergarden was like that level of like fucked up sad, and I was just like, I can't watch this. There's too much. Indie Kiddo, hello. Oh, welcome. Waves to Arden and Kongo who are like, oh, Arden and Kongo. I love both of them, so feel free to continue lurking. No pressure. Oh yeah, Chihaya Furu has the craziest backstory. Turn, I appreciate that. Thank you for the compliment. I aimed. My goal as a VTubers, I want to low pressure, relaxing, comfortable, whatever you want to call it. I don't want to be the type of like screamy VTuber that's like, yeah, make sure to like, subscribe, and slam the sub button or whatever, like shit like that. You know, I don't want to do that. Yeah, Al, I'm speed running these veggies, so I think I'm gonna step back a little bit, make sure to eat my food before I talk. Geometry Open, listening to choke sticks. Is this an eating channel now? Hella bread, welcome. This will probably be my last just chatting stream where I am eating. I decided to eat the veggies because I got a lot of concerned comments saying, hey, like you shouldn't eat 100 chicken nuggets because like that might actually damage like the lining of your stomach. It really touched me because I'm gonna level with you guys. Almost nobody in real life like gives a shit about me. Pretty much just my mods and my mom, sister, and brother. That's it, like in the entire world. So like I had a whole bunch of these people that were like worried about my health, and it hit me right in the feel bladder, if you know what I'm saying. So just to reach out to all those people that were worried about me, thank you. I'm eating veggies tonight. I'm gonna eat veggies. It's gonna be healthy, and yeah, after that I'll move on to other things for just chatting. Something more interesting. Oh, Death Parade is great. Yep. Ooh, a hike. I love hiking. I love hiking, I love camping, I love bicycling, I love all of that stuff. Oh, it's great. If you cry with your bros, you can get through anything. Or just make your bros cry for you. Yeah. Yeah. I can get behind that. Ah, yes, the well-known orc organ, the feel bladder. Indeed. I deserve help. Thank you, Al. Thank you so much. Curly, thank you. I feel so loved. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. I'm done. I had a good long cry and I'm done. I'm happy. That reminds me. I might be eligible for my first vaccine shot soon. And you bet your buckets, as soon as I'm eligible, and as soon as I can get out there and get a vaccine, I'm getting one. I ain't no anti-vaxxer, man. Sign me up. Oh, Scott, hello, welcome. Do people not love you freaking awesome? And you play Diablo 2. Turn! Are you also a Diablo 2 fan? Diablo 2 is my favorite freaking game. It's so good. The only game I think that might be a more perfect game is StarCraft Brood War, because of the balancing in that game was insane, but I'm not good at Brood War. I do not have the APM to play Brood War, so I play Diablo 2 because it's also a nearly perfect game, and I can play it, and I can have fun, and it's just a fucking good game, man. Oh. Yeah, I agree, Mike. And I get that they did good stuff with Diablo 3. It became a good game after the expansion, after a lot of work was done to it. Totally respect that, but I'm done with Diablo 3. I don't think I'll play it. To my mind, Diablo 3 doesn't have the replayability of Diablo 2. Not even close. Really wanted to get a vaccine, but all the places were already booked. Yeah. Now my stepmom tested positive. Oh, geez. That's tough, Johnny. I hope your family gets through that. Oh, man. Like, that virus is serious. Like, that's not anything you would play down at all. And that's some serious business. I'm sorry, dude. Gonna get my 5G nanobots injected into my bloodstream. Tatis, thank you. Yeah. Brood War was so good. Is the vaccine on halt in America? John, the Johnson & Johnson, the J&J vaccine is being retested right now or something like that. But the Moderna and the Pfizer vaccine are still good to go. Yeah, John, it's the J&J vaccine, like one of the 3 main vaccines, but the other 2 are still being administered. Yuki, hello, welcome. StarCraft 2 is like having 2 steamrollers load into a game and seeing which one is the larger one. Yeah, I mean, Mike, you're not wrong, because when I played StarCraft 2, I was a Protoss main and I did the death ball. Like, that was my only strategy. You know? It was either 4-gate troll, like, rush, 4-gate rush, or, you know, like standard 2-base play into death ball, and then you just kill them. Like, what a bullshit way to play. Nano machines. Moderna gang, rise up, let's go. I should drink some water, that's true. I have water here, too. I'm drinking a beer. I'll crack open the water in a second. Is there any builds in Diablo 2 that you still want to try? I find myself not running out of ideas even after years. Mahal, yeah. What builds have I not tried? I don't play a lot of Druid, actually. Not a lot of Druid. I might try Druid one day. Corna, yeah, so. The AZ vaccine is on halt. We only have that one as our alternative, so the vaccination process is really bad. Oh, that's awful. What kind of beer? Oh, Koki, I got a stout. Trying to avoid like shilling brands because I don't really like companies, so it's a stout. Melee Mage, yeah, the Enchant Sork. Yeah, let's go. I'd like to get into StarCraft 2, but multiplayer is so meta heavy and fast paced. I think I'd rather just play an action game. Yeah. StarCraft 2 is a pretty good game. It's not particularly well balanced though. It's not a very balanced game. Brits have to wait 3 months between doses. My dad got a second and my mind's in May. Oof. I wonder what that is. It's supposed to be like 2 weeks or something, right? What the hell happened? Yo, Indie Kiddo. Thank you for getting the vaccine. Shill them when they sponsor you. Exactly, Ari. Exactly. Give me a fat ass check and maybe I'll say your company name on stream. Curly, I do like sours, yeah. I don't really consider myself like an alcohol snob, but I've tried sours and I like them. They're pretty good. Druid doesn't speak to me that much either. I like Paladin, Sorks, Fighter? You mean Barb? Yeah. Those are like my faves. I'm mom is supposed to get her second dose tomorrow, but the facility suddenly decided not to hold vaccination on Saturdays, so she's gonna have to reschedule. That's weird. That's really weird. I smell something weird behind that owl. I feel like maybe they're either running low on doses and they don't want to tell people, or they're dosing like insiders, like their friends and family first, and they're like, oh, we're out of doses. I don't know. That's weird. It's okay to shill if you actually like the product. That's true, Steve. That's true. What can I think of a product that I like enough to shill? Let me think. Phew. That's a tough one. Is there anything that I like enough to shill? My bike brand? No, I don't like my bike brand enough to shill it. Koki, we're gonna get into that. I think the bicycle industry is like fucked up. Like I got a lot of issues with the bike industry. Yeah. Have I shilled for certain bikes? I don't know. Have I shilled for a brand? I don't know. Oh, I was thinking Diablo, D&D 5e. Yeah. D2. Is there anything that I would shill for? Let me think. Let me think. Yeah, I've described like the style of bike. Gosh, what would I? Oh, you know what I shill for? You know what I shill for till the day I die? Costco. I fucking love Costco, man. God damn, I love Costco. Fuck. Big fan of Costco. And that cements my status as a boomer, right? Haha, look at the boomer dad. Oh yeah, VTubers. I'll chill all day and all night for VTubers. You see Ari Pie over there? That's also her Twitch. You gotta go check her out. She's doing things that no other VTubers are doing. The sci-fi short story readings are, oh, chef's kiss. Mwah! So good. Oh, I shill for my mama and my papa. Yeah. Woozy and Dan. Yeah, Costco hot dogs. Yeah. And you get the ribeye caps. Ribeye cap steaks at Costco. They're my favorite steaks, like bar none. I'm pretty sure I would like it. Well, I mean, I would like Wagyu better. Like Kobe beef. Yeah, of course, but that's Kobe beef. If you don't mind me asking, I'm doing my first VTuber stream and I'm next nervous. What's your advice? Hatch, really? Your first stream, huh? I've like admired your model before. I'm just really surprising that you haven't done a stream yet. What's my advice for your first stream? I've seen other VTubers for their first stream do like a marshmallow or a curious cat, and they take questions and they answer the questions. I think that's pretty cool. For my first stream, I was pretty sure no one was going to show up, so I started to play FTL, my favorite game that I can play in my sleep. So in my first stream, I was just playing FTL. And I highly recommend not doing a blind play for your first stream or your first 3 streams. Play a game that you've played and beaten and feel very confident playing. And then you can play the game and only pay half attention to it and then focus on chat interaction. I really think that blind plays are really good content, but a blind play at some level is going to sacrifice chat interaction, and you cannot sacrifice chat interaction. Never sacrifice it if at all humanly possible. I would say that that only becomes something that you can't really think about anymore is if you're huge, if you're like Juniper huge, if you're Taka huge, if you're like a big ass streamer and your chat is just scrolling way too fast. Yeah, you can't really do that anymore. But until you get to that stage, and I'm not even close to that stage either, like maybe 2 years out, chat interaction is everything, you know? I don't even really like steak. Is that legal to say? Hey man, more power to you. Vegetarians, vegans are cool, man. I'm a VTuber, so I just chill for myself. Let's go, Curly, let's go. I'm gonna stalk your art. I love artists. Big fan. Monkey bird needs the meat. Yep. Which is why Pokemon TCG was so good, even if it was 2 or 3rd grinding. Yeah. What can I say? I just love that game. And I do like the shittiest Pokemon impressions, and like, yeah, man, that's good food. Also, being yourself and be calm is good. Even if you mess up with the words, it's a start, and you're getting there. Good luck, Hatch. Yeah. Good luck, Hatch. Yo, I'll be lurking. I'll be there. I kind of have a thing where it's very difficult for me to chat in VTuber streams. I just enjoy in silence. Unless I'm very, very, very comfortable with the VTuber, then I will chat in their stream, but I usually keep my mouth shut, you know? And one thing that I just learned recently, apparently, if you're a Twitch streamer, you can see the people in your chat. I mean, you can see the people that are viewing your stream even if they're not chatting. Like, there's a list, apparently. Can any of you Twitch streamers, like, verify? Hey, Bestia, welcome. Any Twitch streamers, can you verify that, like, there's actually a list of viewers that you can see? Yuki, have you seen me lurking before? Lord Zelix, welcome. Lord Zelix, welcome. God damn it. So I've been outed. Yuki, you've caught me lurking? God damn it. Twitch, let me lurk in peace. Turn. Oh man, there's a list. Oh no. Well, there's only one solution to that. I have to make another Twitch account so I can lurk in total anonymity. Lurking ain't the worst thing. It's cool that people show up even if they don't chat. Yeah, boss. Or sub-boss. Yeah. I don't know. I'm a little shy. I'm like, I have this weird irrational fear that, like, if I'm hanging out in the chat or if I'm viewing a stream of a VTuber that I respect, like, they're gonna get the wrong impression that I'm, like, trying to, like, I don't know, like, corporate espionage. I don't know. I just have weird, like, irrational fears, you know? Like, I'm trying to spy on them or anything. I'm not trying to spy on any VTuber that I watch. I just fucking love VTubers, you know? Lurkers are a lifeblood for Twitch streamers at any stage. Yeah, that's true, Turn. I agree. Like, yeah. I think it's just, I just have weird, like, irrational fears. Alright, Brock number 3. Let's go. You can make a secondary. I might have to do that, Mike. Yeah. Oh yeah, Yuki puts on a good stream. I love his streams. Random secret viewer account. Definitely not random. Yeah. Hick. I do be spying. Zerker, hello! Zerker, this is so much better than nuggets. What the hell was I thinking? I got the variety, I've got the textures, like, it's just so good. What the hell was I thinking going with nuggets? And it's so much cheaper. This entire tray was 13 bucks. Do you know how much 100 chicken nuggets cost where I live? I had to pay $46 for 100 chicken nuggets. $46. True, don't call out lurkers, they're just trying to vibe. Exactly. I agree, Turn. 100%. Was a tray brought to Costco? Lamp, I was just saying this. I went to Costco before the stream to try to pick it up. And apparently Costco doesn't stock their veggie trays anymore, so I had to go to my local supermarket and pick one up. It truly is the healthy eating stream. Exactly, Mahal. In this house, we eat healthy. We clean bulk. We bulk clean. That's what we do. No dirty bulks. No dirty bulks in Rendon's house. Were there bell peppers in it? Those are the best things in the trade. No, I got carrots, celery, cherry tomatoes, and a lot of broccoli. Yeah, Lamp Devil. Costco was my #1 choice for veggie trays, but unfortunately, I guess because of the pandemic, veggie trays are kind of like a party food, right? Like a party buy. No dirty bulks. Let's go. Thank you, Turn. Yeah, my whiskey bottle. That's actually done by Cake Cat Boy, I think. No. I apologize. That's not Cake. That is done by 7M. 7M. Amazing artist. Amazing artist. They do really good work, and the drink assets are free. You just go onto their Twitter, and then they got a link, and you could download those assets for free. I think it's 7M Digital for the whiskey PNG asset. Check out 7M Digital. I think it's something like that. Something like that. I think I have it in my description. That's a good beer. Off-topic question: what is the last universe you'd want to be isekai'd into? Leo, welcome. Everybody's Leo. It's a really good VTuber. Mostly does Fall Guys, if I'm not mistaken, and I think the coolest thing about Leo that I really like is that he's really into sumo wrestling. He's actually very knowledgeable, and I think that level of expertise is just really cool. I would love to hear just a stream of Leo maybe doing like a crash course, like an introduction to like sumo wrestling, like the history, like the state of the sport as it was back then and it is now, and like, you know, just like lots of cool stuff like that. Yeah, Leo, love your work. What's a dirty bulk? India, dirty bulk is where you're lifting weights, and if you're seriously lifting weights and you're trying to get like yoked, like you're trying to get like Arnold Schwarzenegger buff, you need an insane amount of macros. Like you need an insane amount of mostly fats and protein, mostly protein. And for an example, like when I was lifting weights like really hard in college, I needed 220 grams of protein a day, like to maintain like my level of like fitness or whatever you want to call it. And 220 grams of protein is not easy to get. That's like I would have to eat like $80 worth of steaks. So a dirty bulk is where you just get your macros any way you can. Yeah, like peanut butter, GOMAD. I did GOMAD, which is a gallon of milk every day. It was like not good. It's not healthy. Dirty bulking is not good. Yeah, 220 is like a ridiculous amount. Ugh. Woo. Yeah, muscle tears. Yeah. Fluff, welcome. Lord Fluff, welcome. All right, I think we've done enough. Did you grow female breasts? GOMAD is wild. I mean, I had the booba. Yeah, Ari, I did GOMAD with skim milk, because you would think that like whole milk has more protein. No, skim milk has more protein, because skim milk is milk that has had most of the fat removed. So the by volume, skim milk has more protein than whole milk. Very weird. Yeah, I did GOMAD with skim milk. That was crazy, man. I thought GOMAD was a meme. No. Do I remember correctly? I think if I did GOMAD, that's like 130 grams of protein. So I would actually, if I wanted to get 220, I'd have to drink close to 2 gallons of milk a day. I didn't do that. I did GOMAD, burgers and chicken and shit like that. Like, and then I also ate, I did like protein shakes to make up the rest. Because if you think about it, a gallon of milk back then was about $4. $4 to $5 for a gallon of milk. You're not gonna beat that in terms of like protein to price ratio. I mean, you could beat that with whey protein, like the powder. Dude, that powder is like fucking awful. Protein powder is like, ugh, not good. Adding milk powder to milk to make milk 2.0. I tried to add whey powder to milk. It made it taste even worse. Oh. Have to leave soon. Gotta get some stuff. Veggie noodle. Have a great night. Hey, good night, Curly. Thanks for coming out. Trying to cut now, but it's hard. Yeah, cutting is the worst. Although Did I have any tricks for cutting? I don't know. Whey and milk is absolutely nasty. Yeah, exactly, turd. This is not good. I kind of like protein powder. You have to be, if you like your protein powder, you have to be trying the high quality shit. I guarantee you, Yuki, if you like your protein powder, you're not eating the cheap shit. You're eating like the higher quality protein powder. That is what you're getting for the money, is like a good flavor. Gained like 20 pounds because I got way lazy. Now I gotta stop drinking beer. That's how it always is, right, Leo? The struggle. Did protein shakes when I started to work out a long time ago. With that hard workout, gained 20 kilograms in 3 months. Let's go. That's a win in my book. What's your chosen athletics? Mine was swimming. Indy. I do not weightlift anymore, and now my chosen athletics is bicycling, which I'm gonna get into. I'm gonna get into in a second. Just chug it down as fast as you can. Yeah. When I was lifting, all of my protein powder was the bulk cheap shit from Costco, and it tastes awful. Not good. And it was like 60% soy protein, which is not good protein. Like you want the good stuff. Quarantine made me lose so much muscle and weight because I only went out when I had to. Yep. I tell you, this freaking pandemic stole a year and a half. Coming up on a year and a half from everybody. Awful, awful. Snort the whey powder so your brain gets all the protein. And you become Jimmy Neutron. Turn, there's actually fan art of me in my Discord where somebody drew me with like a massive forehead, like an even bigger forehead. And I think they called me like Random Neutron or something like that. I got a kick out of that one. Pretty good. Haven't worked out since November. Yeah. Get ready for game tonight. You have a good night. Enjoy your veggies. Thank you, Dink. Thank you so much. What kind of workout is a brain blast? Cousin used to drink protein shakes with chocolate syrup in them. I mean, whatever works. If it makes it taste okay, I would do that. Missed the gym so much. They've been closed for most of the last year, and I loved hitting the gym so much. Yeah. I think a lot of gyms are like completely permanently out of business now. They just got completely destroyed. Gyms and buffets. Gyms and buffet restaurants got fucking like bodied by the pandemic. Yeah, turn. Highly recommend checking out that fan art. Oh, it tickled me pink. PA workout run. Volleyball is fun. Oh, volleyball, good stuff. Yeah. The arcade, yeah. Bought this fancy, expensive protein. I actually was drinking them. Yep. Exactly, Ari. Like, you really get your money's worth from getting higher quality protein. Like, you shouldn't get the garbage stuff because it tastes so bad, and it cakes. Like the low quality protein doesn't mix properly. Like it clumps and it's like disgusting. You hit that like pocket of whey protein that like refuses to mix into your liquid, and it's just like dust. It's like you just cough out dust. Ugh. Local buffet restaurant went out of business here, and it was sad. It was my favorite. Yeah. Be hanging out, but I swear if you finish all the veggie sticks by the time I'm back, Zerker, I will do my best, but I said this before, that was an exaggeration. I'm not going to force myself to eat 100 veggie sticks. I'm just going to eat the plate, and I'm going to see where it goes, you know. Just as a thank you to everybody that was worried about my health. But I got to tell you, I'm done with half of the celery and half of the carrots. I've got almost all of the tomatoes left, and I'm making headway into the broccoli. I'm actually going pretty ham into it. Happens to me with matcha powder. Yeah, Hatch. Like, matcha powder that refuses to whisk usually has a lot of stuff that's not matcha powder inside of it. Like they have like an anti-caking compound. They've got like stuff in it to like preserve it. like good matcha that has nothing in it but tea. Like, oh, it whisks like a dream, man. Oh, so good. Gotta get a little handheld blender. Let's go. Let's go. Would have pounded my way through the celery. Yeah. Don't eat the actual plate. I won't do it. I won't do it, turd. Is there any ranch dip? Yeah, Leo. I got a little veggie plate from my supermarket, and it's got like a little cup of ranch right in the middle. It's not little. It's pretty big. It's a pretty big like container of ranch right in the middle. Time of workout buddy offered me his protein shake, and me being a dummy tried it. I thought it was good, but he was like, hey, it's whey, milk, 4 whole egg whites. Let's go. Got the Rocky diet. I think the most heartbreaking thing about the panini is this real awesome panini. That's a really good way to describe it. Really looks awesome, and they're closing only a few months in. Yeah. Are your intestines okay? Bubinius, welcome. Thank you for worrying about me. I really appreciate it. My intestines are pretty good. I'm working my way through these veggies. I'm feeling good. Shady Gaming, welcome. Those veggies are a texture nightmare for me. Yeah, you know. Better than the nuggets, man. I hate celery. It tastes like grass concentrate. I like celery. It's good. Rose Daniels, I despise veggie textures. Yeah. What about broccoli? I really like broccoli. Oh yeah, lamp. Mirepoix. Mirepoix is like, you don't got Mirepoix, you don't got shit. Randon, what's a good matcha tea brand? I have a hard time getting reliable non-fishy tea. I don't know why. Do I want to shill the companies that I buy tea from? Let me think about it. I gotta think about it. I really want to give you like my list of teas that I drink, but I gotta tell you, man. I think the tea industry, especially in the United States, is super fucked up. I'll discuss that too. We'll do bikes first, and then we'll get into teas. But there's some like serious issues with the tea industry in the United States. Like, I don't trust any of them to give me good tea, because I've ordered the same tea from the same company like 2 months apart, and it comes in and it's clearly a different tea. And it's like, you're selling me something that's not what it was like 2 months ago. Yeah. Yeah, Ari. It's like they especially in the United States, the tea industry, they're not how do you describe it? Almost every single tea company in the United States is a reseller. So what they're doing is that they are buying tea from a company that makes it in Asia somewhere, right? Asia, Africa. There's teas that are grown like everywhere around the world. They're buying it from the producer, and then they're rebranding it as their own stuff, and they're selling it to you. So that means that like almost every single tea that you get in the United States like comes from the same like 5 farms in India and like the same 9 farms in China. So like, and what you're paying for is like a markup, like their branding, their packaging and shit like that. And like, that also means that like, they'll have a tea line, like a 2,000 meter elevation green oolong from some mountain in Taiwan, and then you'll reorder it 2 months later. You'll get it in, and it tastes different because it's not. They're just fucking bullshitting you, and like, I hate it. Like, it just drives me crazy. Doesn't sound very Cash Money there. I went on a rant and I completely lost track of chat. I apologize. Isn't there a monopoly? Zerker, I wouldn't call it a monopoly. I would say it as like, if you were to start a tea company here in the United States, how would you go about sourcing your tea? You would go about sourcing your tea is like, all right, well, like if you're like absolutely smooth brain, you would buy it from another American tea company. That would be the absolute stupidest thing to do, because then like you're paying their markup and then you have to mark it up yourself because you don't want to go out of business, right? You would want to find a source, like a company that actually grows the tea somewhere in India or China or somewhere else in Asia, Japan, right? I would say the best way to do that is like you would go to like the World Tea Expo, but even the World Tea Expo is like kind of shady. Like it's tough. Yeah. If you buy like there's a couple of companies, there's a couple of Japanese companies that source their own tea, which is okay. But I had another issue though, is that you get these companies, we'll say like Lupicia, which is like a Japanese tea company. You could buy it from, I think they pulled out actually. They pulled out of the US market. But when they did sell teas here in the United States, Lupicia gave their US market like garbage. Like the tea from Lupicia that you got here in the United States was like 4 tiers lower than the tea that you would get in Japan. Like it's like they just sell you trash. What's it like being a salaryman? It's it sucks. I don't really enjoy my work. I love VTubing. I love bicycling. So I'm the type of person that doesn't live for my work. I live for my hobbies, and that's the type of person I am. That's the type of orc I am. You know. Quit your salaryman job. Buy Dogecoin. Yo, Dogecoin's going to the moon, man. I think I bought like 80 bucks worth. I don't know what I'm doing with it. Yeah, Rue, exactly. And you know, every company is like, quality is our first consideration. We give you the finest quality. They don't. The number one thing they care about is their margin. The number 2 thing they care about is their marketing. That's it. Rose says I was a salary woman for a while. I know the feeling. Yeah, Rose. It's just not good. And don't get me wrong. Being an office worker is so much easier than being working retail or service. I have the highest respect for retail and service workers because that shit is like fucking bullshit. Not only is it like one of the hardest jobs in terms of like physically and emotionally, it's also the lowest paying job. Like, what the fuck? What was your dream job? Everybody has one. When I was an Orkling, I wanted to be a writer. I wanted to either be a writer or I wanted to illustrate children's books about animals. Like I wanted to draw sharks and kangaroos. Those are my sharks, kangaroos, and koalas were my 3 favorite animals. Oh, yo, those are like my 3 favorite animals, and then I had the one that was like above them. Do you guys know what a harpy eagle is? Harpy eagle. It's the largest eagle in the world. The harpy eagle is the Uchiha Sasuke of eagles. You heard it here first. The harpy eagle is the Uchiha Sasuke of eagles. I want everybody here to Google harpy eagle and you will understand instantly what I mean when I say that a harpy eagle is the Uchiha Sasuke of eagles. Let's go. Sharks, yeah. It sure is. Yep. America treats service industry workers like garbage while depending on them for everything shady. You are a person after my own heart. I think the way that we treat service industry workers is fucking shameful as hell. Hey, Junk, welcome. Everybody, Junk is, dare I say it, like a friend. I really respect him. He gives the best advice for content creation in general. Like he's the guy to go to. Although, you know, you don't want to bother him because he's busy working on his own debut stuff. But if you can get a moment of his time, I highly recommend like picking his brain, because if you want info on content creation, I can't think of anyone that I know that knows more off the top of my head that I actually have access to. Either people treat them or they replace them with robots. Yeah, I agree. That bird is cosplaying Jamiroquai. That's the edgiest bird I've ever seen. Let's go. Let's fucking go. It's the Uchiha Sasuke of eagles. All right. We've had a full hour of shooting the shit, and I'm happy. But let's talk about bikes. First of all, is anybody in chat interested in buying like a used bicycle to try it out? Because I shit you not, if you're interested in trying out bicycling but you don't want to spend more than, we'll say 150 or 200 bucks, You fucking hit me up in my DMs and I will help you find a bike on like Craigslist or Kijiji or Gumtree, or you know, like I think Kijiji is Canada's Craigslist, Gumtree is Australia's Craigslist. I will help you find a used bike. Astro, my friend, I think, I don't know if I'm doxing you, but I think you're Canadian. You hit me up on Discord after this stream. I will help you find a used bike. Yo. I feel when bought road bike for bad potholes. Yeah, Harney. Road bikes are tough for like pothole areas. I would recommend a gravel bike, something that can fit like up to 2-inch tires. Like you're gonna want 2-inch thickies, you know. Yeah, Astro. Sorry if you don't want people in chat to know, but I like to think I've got a pretty good memory for the regulars. You know, you guys are like pretty much. You guys are pretty much like the battery, like my sole motivation for like continuing on. You know. But yeah, Astro, if you're interested in biking, yeah, you're gonna want like 1.5 to 2-inch tires. I think that's 40 mil to 47 millimeter tires. Like you're gonna want thicker tires because that's gonna handle the potholes better than suspension. You don't need suspension for potholes. Like this is kind of overkill. Pretty an open door on some shit. All right, cool, Astro, cool. Oh yeah, where am I from? Hick. I'm not gonna guess. I don't want to offend people. Anyway, I'm gonna head out. Been a pleasure talking. Turn. Thank you for coming out. I appreciate it. Yeah. Thank you so much. Hope you have a good night. Hey, Annibade, welcome. We're diving into our bicycle chat. We spent the last hour just shooting shit, catching up with everybody. Oh, it was beautiful. Like I feel like I'm sipping a beer and like catching up with some old friends. This is good stuff. Got a Schwinn Voyager. Voyagers are good. Voyagers are, I think the Schwinn Voyager line was their touring bike line. So if I'm guessing right, and it's a vintage bike, probably has cantilever brakes, either 27-inch or 700-seat wheels, 6-speed rear, 3-speed front. Am I in the ballpark there? I don't know. I like the Schwinn. It's a solid bike. Literally every state has a variant on it. Okay. All right, let me think. Arkansas. Was I right? Cantilever brakes, 6.3. So 18 speed, so 6 in the rear, 3 in the front. Probably has down tube shifters. It might have bar ends, but I'm guessing down tube. Consider going to these bike events where they do maintenance on all of them before you leave with it. Probably a bicycle clinic at a co-op. Yeah, I volunteer at my local co-op like once or twice a month. Even with the COVID, especially with the COVID, because they need. Bicycling is considered an essential service because it's transportation for work and stuff like that, and it's pretty good transportation, right? So I mask up and then I'm like super careful, and then I volunteer with my co-op like twice a month. Anywho, anybody in this fucking chat, if you're interested in trying out bicycling on the cheap, I'm saying like under $200, you hit me up and I'll try my best to help you find something that you can buy and fix up. Because if you're buying a used bike like that, you are definitely going to need to do a little bit of maintenance on it. Yeah. Anyway, it's, how do I describe it? You don't need a really expensive bike to try it out. Are you eating veggies, son? Domino. Hello. I am eating veggies. I'll keep the DMing thing in mind. Got a Schwinn from the 80s or so. I love the thing. I had to redo the bearings, replace all the lines. Interesting. Was it a road bike? Because most 80s Schwinns are made in Taiwan or Japan. By 1980, Schwinn had completely stopped producing bikes in-house in the United States. They're all coming out of Asia. Most I've done is changing chains and tires. Yeah. I mean, that's all you really need to do, right? And oiling your stuff and pumping up tires. Yeah. All right. So we'll go over like the different types of bike. The seat was garbage. Yeah. Oh, Mike. Brother. He goes, just bouncy, bouncy, trouncy, trouncy. So, this is a difficult truth about bicycling. If it's your first time bicycling, your ass is gonna hurt, you know? It doesn't matter if you buy like a $300, $400, $500 saddle. Your ass just needs to get used to the way that it sits on a bicycle. So when you're starting off, yeah, it's gonna hurt. You just keep at it though, and then it'll go away after like 2 or 3 weeks, you know? You just have to like tough through it, you know? Trying to retool an old Walmart bike into a single speed is more difficult. Yeah, Harney, you don't want to buy from Walmart. Among us bicycling aficionados, we call Walmart bicycles BSOs. BSO, a bicycle-shaped object. It's not a bicycle. It's a bicycle-shaped object. What number of veggie stick are you on? Indy, I have no idea. I'm mostly done with the celery and I'm half done with the carrots, so I'm guessing I'm at least like, how many carrot sticks does each side have? I'm gonna guess each little pocket of carrots has about like, I want to say maybe even like 50. So like I'm probably like 7 carrot sticks in, 70 veggie sticks in. Especially one with suspension, absolutely. Walmart suspension is a hazard. Like, it's gonna get you killed. Oh no, I burped. Whoops. Johnny asked, how long or far should you go when starting out and get you riding? Johnny, if you're just starting out, I would try to find a bicycle path that is off the main roads. And I would ride about 5 to 10 miles a day. 5 to 10 is pretty good. Like, I got some friends. I'm gonna put some of my friends on blast, right? I got some fucking friends that also bike, and they're athletic dudes. And we bring in somebody new into our bicycling group, like a friend that's like, oh, I'm kind of interested. They'll get them a bike. They'll come ride with us, right? And these motherfuckers will take them on like a 60-mile ride, which is like, come on, dude. That's a really quick way to get someone into never bicycling ever again. If I were, oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, my desk is made out of glass, so like it reverbs like crazy. If I was trying to help someone I knew in real life out to start bicycling, I wouldn't take them out for longer than a 10-mile bike ride for the first month. Just a nice breezy 10 miles, maybe along the beach, maybe visiting like a nice little cafe, you know? You have to like ease someone into bicycling. You don't throw them into a fucking 30-mile ride like their first ride. That's just stupid. That's a really quick way to get someone to hate bicycling, like for the rest of their fucking life, you know? Just do 5 or 10 miles for the first month, you know? And I gotta tell you, what is the joy of bicycling? I've isolated why I think bicycling is so fucking fun. You don't start with the Tour de France. No, Mike, not at all, not at all. So this is why I think bicycling is like fun, right? So I'm sure all of you guys like walk around and stuff, right? And you guys, your brain, even if you don't realize it, your brain kind of has like an exertion meter for walking, and your brain has like an exertion meter for running, and it has an exertion meter for jogging. So it's kind of like how fast you're going and how much energy you're expending to go that fast on foot. Your brain kind of keeps tabs on how difficult it is, right? And this is the reason why bicycling is so fun. On a flat surface, when you're bicycling and you're exerting the amount of effort that it takes for you to walk, and you're channeling that into the pedals and you're bicycling along, you're going jogging speed. So it just feels really fun. You're like, hey, like I'm putting about as much effort as I am like walking, right? And I'm just going so much faster. And then you ratchet it up a little bit and you're like, well, let's see if I can put in like jogging effort into these pedals. And you're suddenly running, baby. You're going at running speed, right? And then you're like, well, let's see how fast I go on a bicycle when I put in the effort of me like sprinting. Like if I'm like sprinting from one end to another, you put that into the pedals and like you're going like 25, like 30 miles an hour and you're like, this is fucking awesome. It is the best feeling in the world. Like when you're putting in X amount of effort and you're expecting Y amount of speed, and you put in X amount of effort and you get Y, like Y times 3, you know? Like you're going so much faster than you think that you should be. And it's, God, it's just like a really good feeling. Bicycling is very fun. I'm telling you, man, you give it a shot and like, it's just a really good feeling. It feels good. Woo. Anyway. Oh, skateboarding is great, man. Skate the infinity. Let's go. Doing a shrimp check. Crack my neck. All right. So, you're interested in biking, but you don't want to spend. Fuck the bike industry. The bike industry is like, oh, you want to start biking? Like you're gonna fork over $1,200. You need the bike, you need the helmet, you need the pump, you need like all this like fucking crazy shit. And like they try to make the barrier to entry so fucking high. And I just hate the bicycle industry. There's a lot of things that I hate about the bicycle industry. But let's discuss like if you want to give it a shot and you don't want to break the bank because you know you don't have a lot of money, right? Yo, Harney. Man after my own heart. I think the 90s rigid mountain bicycle is the #1 bicycle like for starting out. Like if you're commuting and stuff like that. 500 is that's tough. I think it's tough to get a $500 road bike. $500 from like Giant or Spesh or Trek. $500 is going to get you a hybrid bike, which I typically don't recommend as a first bike. Nictus, hello, welcome. Yeah, like, so I don't recommend hybrids. I think that like parts wise and some of these low end hybrids at like Trek and Specialized, they have like quill stems. You don't want a quill stem. Don't ever get a quill stem bike. Just don't. It's like, it's not worth it. Any weird or unique bikes, custom bikes, anything, something out loud, just nah. I mean, like, you get fat bikes. Like, everybody's into fat bikes. When you spend $2K turning into a good bike, yeah. This is what I think you should do. You can buy a rigid 90s mountain bike from a pretty good brand that probably doesn't exist anymore because it went bankrupt in the 90s for around $50 to $100, right? So you buy that bike for $100, and the tires are probably rotted out, so you're going to need to buy new tires. You're probably going to need to re-cable it. So you're going to buy it for $50 to $100, and then you're going to spend about $50 to $100 to fix it up. And once it's fixed up, it's going to ride so much better than like a hybrid. It's going to ride so much better than a Walmart piece of shit, and you're only about $200. Although you should buy a helmet, you should buy a pump. Those are the two main things. Fat bikes are pretty popular here, but mostly because our winters are so long, icy, and brutal. Yeah. Fat bikes are nice. I just, I don't really ever see myself buying one. It's a very specific bike, and it's a very specific tool for a very specific purpose. I would only consider it really useful for snow riding, and it doesn't ever snow where I live, so. What separates a gravel and a hybrid bike other than the tires? So a hybrid bike, half of all hybrid bikes have really shitty front suspension. They're actually hardtails. You do not want low-end suspension. Don't ever get low-end suspension. And then you get the hybrids that have rigid forks. Those are a little bit better, but the main thing that you're missing out with a hybrid bike is typically they have a triple front crank, and you don't want a triple crank in general. They typically use like Shimano Altus or SRAM 9X or whatever. Like they use lower end drivetrain parts, and they're typically flat bar. Nothing wrong with flat bar, but I'm a drop bar. I'm a drop bar boy. I like drop bar bikes, you know. And also gravel bikes will typically have disc brakes, and most hybrid bikes have V brakes. And V brakes are fine. They're fine, but I'm gonna start a war with like people that are actually into bikes. I just think disc brakes are better. They are. And like people are gonna jump at my throat and be like, no, rim brakes are lighter and they're simpler to use and maintain. They are superior. Maybe so, but for me, disc brakes all the way, man, all the way. That's beer one down the drain. Let's go. Let's eat some Let's eat a broccoli. Yeah, rim brakes are cheaper. They're lighter. Mike, I have to admit, rim brakes are lighter than disc brakes. They're hardly limited. I mean, they're both good, dude. Yo, Astro. I'm gonna give it 15 minutes, and then I'm going to get another beer, and I'll crack it open, and we'll continue. I love hearing all this bike fandom controversy. Ari, you have no idea. The war between rim and disc brakes is like, it's really, really like savage. Like, there's a lot of low blows in. Is steel real? Steel is indeed real, Harney. Steel will always be real. Never had disc brakes, but I can't see the weight being a massive difference unless you're a pro cyclist. Exactly, yeah. At the most, you're looking at like 100 grams weight difference. But I mean, like if you get into high-end bikes, do you know what like a dentist would pay to shave off 100 grams off their road bicycle? A dentist would pay maybe like $1,000 to shave off 100 grams off their bike. Like they'll upgrade their crankset from force to red, which is about $600. Like price difference, it's like fucking crazy. You're shaving off 100 grams at the most. Are gravel bikes usually fine for people that have to carry their bikes up several sets of stairs? Yes, actually. Astro, I would prefer a gravel bike to a hybrid if you're carrying it up steps of stairs, because hybrids are almost always going to be more heavier than gravel bikes. Gravel bikes are always higher end, and in general, the higher end something gets, the cheaper it gets. Oh, my mind's moving a mile a minute. Because, ooh, I love bicycles. I love bicycles. Yeah, machining those parts, yeah. But also, like, bicycling is just a rich man sport. Like, high-end bicycling, like Tour de France level shit. And, like, these bicycle companies know that, like, these, like, fucking dentists will pay, like, out the ass for, like, almost no return. Best gearing. I mean, that depends on the person, Harney. That depends entirely on the person and the terrain that you're riding on, right? Like, if you have no elevation gain, if you're like bicycling on a flat plane, your best gearing is going to be very different than if you're like a bicycle messenger in San Francisco, right? Like going up gnarly 17% grade hills, like on the regular, like you're going to need different gearing, right? But we'll say, like, what's the best average gearing that you're going to find on a brand new bike? If you're willing to shell out like over $1,000 on a new bike, I think you should get an adventure crankset, so a 4630 crank, and you should get minimum 1132 rear cassette. 1134 would probably be better. So your bailout gear would be 34 cassette, 30 crank, so you're under 1-to-1 ratio, and that's going to get you up any type of hill. Like, you'll be able to go up like a San Francisco hill with that ratio, for sure. Looking at bikes with local Kijiji, most of them going for 2 to 3K. Your dentist comments also remind me of blues lawyers with electric guitars. Exactly. Yep. Lawyers with electric guitars. Yep. I swear San Francisco is an entire city built at a 45-degree angle. Truth. So much truth, Devin. I went on a bicycle tour and I went across San Francisco, and that was the worst. That was awful. Because not only am I bicycling through San Francisco, I'm bicycling with 40 to 50 pounds of camping gear up these hills, and it's like, fuck this city. Them Gibsons are gorgeous, indeed. Anything I need to know about maintenance? I think I found my old bike, which is quite nice, but I never knew how to properly maintain it. Yeah. So, I always say the number one thing that people never think about bicycles and ends up fucking them over is the most important part of the bicycle are the tires. Like, do not skimp on the tires. Like, get really good tires, right? Other than that, don't fall into the chain cleaning meme. Do not clean your chain with like one of those scrubby brushes. That's gonna fuck up your chain. What you want to do is you want to oil the chain and then wipe it off with like a lint-free rag, right? Like a microfiber rag. Like, clean off the gunk on the chain with a microfiber rag after you oil it up, and then oil it up again. So oil it twice. The first time you oil it is to wet the thing, and then you can get the gunk off of it. And the second time that you oil it is when like you're actually lubing the chain. And do not use any of those like fucking brush, like bullshit, like chain cleaning things. Like, don't use those. Like, those actually lower the life of your chain. Yeah. Schwalbe, yeah, Schwalbe's really good. Schwalbe, Conti, Panaracer. What other brands do I really like? Pirelli makes pretty good tires. I tried Pirelli and I thought they were pretty good. Specialized, they make really good tires. They used to make shitty tires. So there's a little bit of a lore. So the Continental Grand Prix 4000 was like the best all-around road tire for like 7 years. Like, nobody could make anything that was better than the GP 4000s. So Specialized, a bicycle company, went over to the German engineer that was making the GP 4000s, and they probably offered him like a dump truck full of money, like $1 million, like $5 million bonus or whatever. He quit Continental and then he joined Specialized, and then he made their turbo line of tires. So the brand new Specialized turbo tires that came out 4 years ago, they were made by the dude that made GP 4000s. So Specialized tire game has really come up. Like, they actually do make pretty decent tires. Gators are good. Gators are pretty good. They ride like shit though, in my opinion, because they're very rigid tires. Like, they're not very supple because they're made for endurance. Like, when I ride on them, it feels like I'm riding on wood. Like, I don't know, but they're very durable. You know, if you're going for durability, yeah, Gator skins are great. Kind of like, I'm not gonna say it. I almost said something that would almost certainly revoke my say-so card, but I didn't say it because I am not drunk yet. Randon still has his say-so card. You can't take it away from me because I didn't say anything fucked up. Really wanted tubeless, but man, there's no way I could fit them on my bike realistically. Mike, I'm not a big fan of tubeless. Unless you're like full-on mountain biking and there's like goat heads and like flint rocks on the path, I don't think tubeless is worth the trouble. Tubeless is a major headache on roads. Yeah. I think you should stick to tube tires unless you're on a mountain bike. On like a gnarly mountain bike trail. My Masterbuilt PRS playing my hardwired Fender. Oh, we got some guitar talking here. Let's go. Anyways, yeah, man. I think a 80s road bike, if you're like fully on road and you're going for speed, 80s road bikes are great deals. Like a steel road bike from the 1980s. Because, oh man, the quality of the stuff that was coming out of Japan in the mid-80s was incredible. Oh. Centurion, Miata, Nishiki, Fuji bikes were really good. Remember the dude who had a bike filled with tires was filled with concrete? Never heard of that. Never heard of that, Johnny. I have heard about those like foam tires. What were they called again? They were like tires that you didn't inflate because they're like made out of solid foam and you like snap them onto your rim. I never really tried them because it seems like a meme to me, so like I just, nah. Meme is like old steel 10 speed. Yeah, 10 speed. Probably gonna spend most of my time on the road, but I might end up doing some exploring since my city has a bunch of glorious dirt trails in the river valley. Yeah, you're gonna want a gravel bike then, Astro. 100%. And I don't know. Do they ship to Canada? There's a lot of really good like boutique like gravel, like all road bikes that are like coming into their own. Let's see, Pose. And then what is it called? Do they ship the shit to Canada? Let's check it out. Ah, they don't ship to Canada. Motherfuckers. $500 anybody ships for free nowadays. Yeah, yeah. Actually, Astro, I think Wiggle is a pretty good company because they definitely ship to Canada. Local bike shop, but it's basically a Trek reseller. Yeah. Well, what are the Trek bikes? Trek gravel bikes are the Checkpoint line. Trek Checkpoint. The Checkpoints are pretty good bikes. The main thing I don't like about the Checkpoint is that Trek does press fit bottom brackets. Never get press fit. Fuck that shit. Press fit is awful. Ugh, it sucks. Press fit bikes are such a pain in the ass. Deep in Western Canada, so shipping gets nutty. Yeah, actually, I work helping. My work is helping smaller businesses set up e-commerce. So like web stores, right? And I know firsthand how crazy it is to ship in Canada. It's like, wow, why is it so much more expensive? I don't know. Probably hit you up about the used bike thing if unemployment pulls place through. Yeah, please do, Johnny. Aim to please. I think the best two bikes, if you want to buy a new bike, if you want to try out bicycling, but you do not want to pay like over $500 or $600, is to get either a rigid 90s mountain bike or a 1980s steel Japanese-made road bike, and then get new tires for it, and then take it for a ride. Yeah. I hear that, Astro. Yeah. Massive country, very beautiful. I actually want to try to do a bicycle tour across Canada, but people are like, don't do that. Like, when you're going through like Alberta, like you'll die because there's not enough like stores to buy food from. Yep. Yep. And what are you really looking for? I have more knowledge of 80s Japanese road bikes, so I'll give you like the just short list of things that you're looking for. You're gonna want an aluminum crank, collarless. You're gonna want an English bottom bracket. There were some Japanese road bikes that came with Italian bottom brackets for whatever reason. You don't want an Italian bottom bracket, so I don't get that. Ideally, you want dual pivot brakes, but a lot of the lower end bikes were single pivot. That's fine. That's okay. You can deal with that. Do not get an 80s Japanese road bike that uses 27-inch wheels. Try to get 700C, if at all possible. It's typically like mid-end 80s Japanese road bike. Whew. And the number one way to tell whether an older road bike that you are buying is an absolute piece of garbage or something decent, it's got to have down tube shifters. Do not get an 80s road bike that has stem shifters, where the shifters are like on top of the bike, like on the handlebars, like on the stem. Like you don't want that. That's a sign that it was like $100 road bike when it was new, and it probably shifts like absolute garbage. You're gonna want the down tube shifters. Oh yeah. Let's get some broccoli up in here. 50 pounds of granola bars, let's go. Saskatchewan would be worse. Yeah, that's true. I don't think I'm gonna bicycle tour through Saskatchewan though. Like I'll be heading through like, you know, because there's like a main road that goes across Canada, right? I would be taking the main road if I bicycle across. All right, 15 minutes has passed. I'm gonna get another beer really quick. I'm not gonna bother going to BR back because I'll be back in like 10 seconds. Give me 10 seconds, guys. I'll be right back. And I'm back. All right. Let's catch up with chat a little bit, and then I will crack open my next cold one. Bicycle through Antarctica challenge? Never. The Trans-Canada Highway? Yep. I would probably use that. 100 veggie sticks to make it for the 100 nuggies. Sorry, I'm late pointing that out. Yeah, Nick, although I'm not holding myself to finishing off this veggie tray. I'm not gonna torture myself. If I feel full, I'm just gonna stop eating because we're here to chill, you know. I'm not doing a challenge to try to like impress anybody tonight. We're just having fun. Oh my, just stare. Dial-up sounds. Spacing out a bit. Yeah. Cricket noises. Do I look disgruntled? I don't know. Oh, Nick, do you want a smooch? All right, here you go. You get 3. Let's go. I just realized he's got his little bikes on his tie. Yeah. Big fan of the band. Welcome back. Thank you. Do it if you're a real orc. Astral projection. I can see your soul leave your body. All right. Let's crack open this cold one. All right. I think I fucked with the can, so it was like, it like shot out a lot of beer when I cracked it open. So here we go. Yep. Let's go. Astro, I'm drinking a stout. I think it's my preferred type of beer. I just like the dark beers, you know? I'm not really into IPAs. Like, I'm not... Because, you know, like, people that really like IPAs, like double IPAs, are like, look how fucking bitter my beer is. You can't drink my beer because it's too bitter for you. You probably like champagne. I drink my beers bitter. It's like, yeah, cool, dude. I don't give a fuck. I like stouts. Let's go. Don't get me wrong, I like IPAs, but like the people that go for like double and triple IPAs, it's like, just stop waving your dick around, man. It's a fucking beer. Just drink it. I like champagne too. Sounded like the can cracking they'd sample an audio engineer from a commercial. Let's go. Hey, Satoshi, welcome. International Phonetic Alphabet. I have no idea what you're referring to, but thanks for coming out, man. Appreciate it. I like a good apple brandy. Yeah, exactly, you know? It's good stuff. If it gets you drunk and it tastes good, why would you settle for like something else? I don't know. Fun with my fruity non-alcoholic. Yeah, let's go. Aren't those hella expensive? Yeah. Oh, White Claw is good, man. I love White Claw. And I'm happy that like knockoff brands, like, you know, Costco recently made a White Claw knockoff and it's so much cheaper. It's about the cost of a beer. Hey, Zathers, hello, welcome. You made it. We're having fun. We're just shooting the shit. I'm working my way through my veggie plate. Ari, you've never had White Claw? It's like, it doesn't taste alcoholic at all. It just tastes like a cider. Not even a cider. It tastes like seltzer water. So it's like, it's good. It'll get you drunk too, man. It'll like totally get you drunk. Yeah, porters and stouts. Yeah, man after my own heart. Yeah, White Claw's good, man. It's literally spicy water. Let's go. Oh yeah, rummy and cokie. That's good stuff. You know, I've got a big bottle of vodka and I've got my big bottle of whiskey. I don't really drink sodas though, so I very rarely have stuff to mix that stuff with. You know what's really good? Have you guys ever had oolong highballs? An oolong highball is a Japanese cocktail where you mix half oolong and half shochu. Shochu's like a potato like liquor, you know? You mix the two and it tastes so good. I highly recommend looking up and trying an oolong highball. Oolong highball. Let's go. Yeah, Iggy. It's good stuff. Oh, Prosecco. Yeah. Pretty expensive. I don't know. I got so plastered on highballs. Yeah. They sneak up on you because they're so drinkable and like they're really refreshing. It's just kind of like tea with a little bit of spice, you know? little bit of a kick. Reminds me of the Valhalla Korean bartender that made real drinks from the game. Yeah, I would love to see that. Gotta tell you, I haven't been to a bar in almost 2 years. It's been a very long time since I've been to a bar. But back to the bike talk. You're gonna want down tube shifters. Yeah, you know what? I've already put the feelers out there. If anybody wants to try to find a nice used bike, I'm in it. What I really want to talk about is like my beef with the bicycling industry, man. Fucking pricks, all of them. No bars open where I live because of the global pepperoni. Yeah, Rose, as it should be. Like, bars should not be open, you know? Yeah, Kijiji. Yeah, co-ops. Where do I start with my complaints about the bicycling industry? It's just so inaccessible, you know? You could tell that like they're trying to squeeze as much money as they can out of like the highest section of their like demographic, you know? So like they're catering to the people that want to pretend that they're riding in the Tour de France. So like they're like riding a Tour de France level bike, which is, I shit you not, like if you want a top level bike, it's gonna cost you $11,000 minimum. And that's if you buy like a Giant or a Trek, right? If you want a Specialized or a Colnago or a Pinarello, like if you want like one of the top end like pro Peloton bikes, you're looking to spend like 13, 14K. Could you imagine that? Ugh. Could you imagine paying $14,000 for a fucking bicycle? Like, and I love bicycles, but like it's just a fucking bicycle, dude. Why the hell? Yeah, double the price because yeah, exactly. Like it's like, come on, dude. And that's what the industry spends all of their marketing on. That's what the industry spends all of their R&D on. That's what they spend like all of their fucking money on. They spend it on developing and selling these like super high-end bikes, and it's just kind of like, come on, dude. Like, if you want more people to start bicycling, you have to make it accessible. It can't just be for rich people. Like, it just can't. Yeah. It just drives me crazy, man. Should I go to you 2 years if you know you're buying an expensive bike? Exactly, Al. Like, it's criminal. And you know how they do it? They do it by everything is made out of carbon fiber. Like, if you want to buy high-end wheels, like just the fucking wheels of the bicycle, like a carbon fiber wheel set, you're looking for $3K. Could you imagine spending $3,000 on a pair of bicycle wheels? Let me make sure like that I'm not pulling that number out of my ass. I'm gonna fucking show you a link to like $3,000 bicycle wheels. Envy wheels. Let's go. Look at this, everybody. Look at this fucking link. It's not a virus. It's like an actual thing. Like, look at this fucking. That is absurd. That is absurd that you're paying $2,550 for a pair of fucking bicycle wheels. Like, what the hell is wrong with this industry? What is wrong? Mega Cringe Gaming. Hello, welcome. Sorry you came in to hear me being a negative Nancy, but man, I'm going on a soapbox and I am going to fucking call out the bicycle industry because I do not like the way that they're doing shit. You guys checking this? Like, look at this fucking what is this? What is this? Why am I paying $2,600 for, like, what is this? For $2,600, this pair of bicycle wheels better suck my dick, you know? It's got to give me a top tier blowy. Like, if it's gonna ask me to shell out $2,600, what the hell is wrong with this company? Ugh. All right, I'm gonna level with you guys. My number one bike is in my bedroom, and I'm looking at it right now. It's a carbon fiber frame bike, and it's got carbon wheels. I'm ranting, but I do have carbon fiber wheels on my bike, and they cost about, not 2,500, but they cost about 1,500. Oh, negative one say so. I'm sorry. With a carbon fiber clarinet having to have good acoustics. I hate carbon fiber has carbon fiber. Guilty, guilty, guilty. I'm sorry. I can't help it. I can't help it. I just like bicycles. I just like looking at my bicycle. Do they have to be replaced? Yeah, Ari, like carbon fiber breaks way more easily than aluminum or steel. So like not only are you paying like $2,500, like you're buying something that's less durable than an aluminum rim. People be telling me not to buy the carbon fiber hood. I have no idea how carbon fiber resonates. Yeah. Then why? All right. Because it's lighter. That's the only reason to buy carbon fiber. It's the lightest material. So your bicycle is super light. Like my bike right now, this build cost me, this is a $4,000 bicycle build, and it weighs, I shit you not, it weighs like 17 pounds. It weighs like 16 pounds, like 16.8 pounds. So it's like a very, very light bike. Is carbon fiber lighter than feathers? I don't think so. That's true. I should just buy a feather bicycle. Yeah, titanium is great. Titanium is heavier than carbon fiber, lighter than steel. Lighter than aluminum. Yeah. Ugh. Yeah, I'm going on this rant, and I've got like a $4,000 bicycle. Like, I have no... And... I have a $4,000 bicycle, and I want to upgrade it. How insane is that? Like, what is there left to upgrade on a $4,000 bicycle? Like, what are you thinking? Like, why? I'm gonna tell you what I want. I want SRAM Axis ETAP Force, the group set. I want to upgrade the drivetrain on it. I want electronic wireless. I want electronic wireless shifting. Yeah, Harney. Yeah, I want it. I'm gonna show you what I want to upgrade my bike with. Oh, I'm like going on a rant, and I'm simultaneously destroying any credibility I have. I'll show you what. Yeah, Ari, I'll show you what it is. Axis. I'll go with red. I'll just show you. Is there a price for it? What's the cheapest I can buy it for? I don't want a 2-buy. I want a 1-buy. Yeah. I want this. No. Get out the SEO shit. Get out of here. Get out of here, SEO. I know what you're doing. That's what I want to upgrade my bike with. So that's what I'm going to put on my bike next. I am the rant. So I want to upgrade the drivetrain and put a 2,500. And that's the crazy thing. So this drivetrain doesn't include the crankset, so you need to add another $700. So I want to spend $2,700 on a new drivetrain. Yeah, Al. Yeah. Now, I want you guys to know that this drivetrain will not make me go faster. It won't do anything for me. It's not even that much lighter. I just want it because it's wireless. There's no shifting cables for it. All right. In my defense, this group set came out in March of 2020, right? I wanted to buy it, and then around August I had to make a decision. Should I buy SRAM Red ETAP AXS group set with hydraulic brakes, or should I buy my VTuber model? And I went with my VTuber model. I did not upgrade my bicycle. I went with VTubing. You guys can be proud of me, right? Like, I chose VTubing over this. Oh. It's $2,000 and it doesn't include the cassette. The cassette costs $300. It doesn't include the crankset. The crankset costs $700. So this is actually, like, if I wanted to buy the whole thing, it's $3,000. Wireless braking or wireless shifting? It's wireless shifting and hydraulic braking. Wireless shifting, hydraulic braking. Okay, well that's okay because you're paying artists. You get off the hook this time. Not including tax and shipping. Yeah, alright. Like, it's not good. This is what I'm saying when it's like the bicycling industry is bullshit, because this is where all their money and R&D is going into. Like the high end stuff where it's like 3,000 bucks and your bike doesn't even go any faster. It's 3,000 bucks so that you can get wireless shifting, which is a meme. Like, it doesn't make you better at bicycling. It does nothing for you. It does nothing. Support your local artists. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. One keeps you fit, the other causes you to eat a lot. It's not good. 10 years, I'm gonna make the GNU ETAP. Let's go. Let's go. Power to the people, man. Power to the people. I guess it lowers maintenance. Yes, it does. That's true. Mike, that's actually true. Yeah, like, you never need to recable the bike. You never need to do any of that stuff. Although I will say that, like, if you run over a sharp rock and you slice or you break the battery or whatever, like, you do something to break it, the derailleur alone is it's like $800. Ugh. 2 out of stock EQD pedals, the anniversary edition count. Ooh. You better know how to replace the battery. The battery is like $100. It's crazy. Someone help me, I can't afford food. This budget includes paying $2,700. Yeah, that's me. Can't wait for those $400 battery packs. Let's go. Let's go. Ugh. Yikes. Yikes. But what do I want? What do I want out of the bike industry? That's like a good question. I don't know. Cause even, like, for example, I really like State Bicycle Company. They make pretty affordable bikes. You could buy a gravel bike from State for about $700, which I think is pretty good for what you get. How do you feel about electric bikes? I love electric bikes. Iggy. I think if you need an electric bike to get into bicycling, 100% buy one. Electric bikes are awesome. They're good stuff. Hey, Haga, my mod. Hello, sir. I'm guessing you're still at work? 20 centimeter bully, 6'6" business work. I think electric bikes are great. 100%. Cause, like, for example, I think, there's, like, people that have, like, knee injuries or hip injuries, right? And I think they should be allowed to, like, enjoy bicycling, and electric assist bicycle will definitely help them do that, and more power to them. There's no judgment there. And even if you don't have an injury or anything like that, like, I don't know. If that's what you need to have fun bicycling, as long as you're pedaling, yeah, man, you count as a cyclist. Questionable bicycle budget. Oh yeah. I think we need more cyclists on the road. That's why I'm actually against helmet laws. Well, Godzilla, I think electric bicycles are for everybody. They're good for children. They're like good if, for example, like let's say you're really into bicycling and you've got a significant other that you want to get into bicycling with you, but they just don't have the fitness and like they can't keep up with you on rides, right? So get your significant other who is a brand new cyclist on an electric bicycle, and then they'll be able to keep up with you and have more fun, continue bicycling. Like it's just a win-win, you know? Oh yeah, I remember that. I think I ended up buying it for 400 was pretty good. Oh yeah. That was a good bike. I had Ultegra. Exactly. Ari, please. Bicycles are so good. They're good for you. They're so healthy. They're fun. Oh. Also, I think purely from like form-wise, I think bicycles are just beautiful. Like they just look nice, you know? Yeah, I'm looking at my number one bike. She's looking good. She's looking real good. Oh yeah. Never really need to look for a good bike, so I walk everywhere. Yeah. I think I can definitely help you find. I can get you on the road for under $200, guaranteed. Schwinn Varsity for 165. Mike, I would not. I think for a Schwinn Varsity, I wouldn't pay more than like 80 or $90 for it, and that's if it's in really good condition. I'm guessing, Mike, if you take a closer look at it, it's a stem shifter bike. It's not a down tube shifter bike. Exactly, Harney. Asser, I recommend Specialized Echelon. Because I have a pretty big head too, and I think the Echelon is like a $30 or $40 helmet, and it feels pretty good on my head. Mr. Rue, I used to ride a lot as a kid. I worry too much about crashes. Yeah, it's like especially if you live in the United States, like it's gonna happen because like drivers in the United States don't know how to drive. Rue, I totally understand that. I've gotten run over. Not run over. I've gotten bumped twice by a car, and it's not a good feeling. Now we know what stuff looks like. It's gonna be. Big man straddles an expensive bike. I do. Haven't ridden bikes for years since I was a kid. Maybe I would just walk everywhere. Hey man, uwu. I highly recommend picking up a cheap bike. I think you might really like it. You talk to your bike like how people talk to their boats. Domino. I'm not gonna lie, yeah. Like, not in my room, that would be creepy, but like when I'm riding my bike, sometimes I talk to my bike. Yeah. These bikes are crazy overpriced, yeah. Most people want 300 at least for 3 basic bikes. Yeah. I mean, that's mostly because, like, you know, the pandemic. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but did you know that the pandemic, like, fucked over bicycle supply? Like, it's fucked over for the next, like, 8 months. Like, the pandemic seriously messed up bicycle supply chain. Let me describe this. Let me pull up an article. Supply chain bicycle industry, US. It's the most recent one. Marketplace. This is a pretty good one. No, I don't trust this. Yeah, right here. This is pretty good. So, I'm gonna tell you guys like what happened. So, the pandemic hit. Gyms closed down, like everything got fucked up, and everybody kind of like went out and looked for a bicycle at the same time, right? And this is the funny thing, going into 2020, every single like market forecaster suggested that there would be another year of like really shitty sales in the bicycle industry. So like they were predicting that 2020 and 2021 would be the worst year for bicycle sales in the last like 40 years. In the last like, not 40, in the last like 30 years, right? So all of these bicycle companies like Trek, Specialized, Giant, they cut their production. Like they made less bicycles in 2020 than they did like in 2019 or 2018. And then suddenly everybody wanted to buy a bicycle. It was sold out everywhere. And the crazy thing is that in order to fix this, Trek and Specialized especially, they bumped up their 2021's like production orders. So they went to their factories in China and Taiwan, and they're like, hey, can you give us 2021's models like right now at the beginning, like at the very beginning of like 2020, right? So they got their bikes early, and the 2021 like line also sold out. So now everybody is sold out of bicycles. You can't get new bicycles anywhere. Like it's like fucked up. You can't even get the parts. Like it's really hard to get tires. It's really hard to get bar tape. It's really hard to get like anything except clothing. For some reason, you can get clothing fine. Everybody's trying to push clothing. If you go to Specialized website, like they're pushing their clothing line really hard because I guess their soft lines is like perfectly fine supply chain wise. Like they can get as much. You can get as much like bicycling shorts and socks as you want. So like they're pushing that to like bolster their sales. That's like fucked up. So if you want a new bike in the United States at least, you're screwed until the end of 2021, early 2022. Yep. Are there publicly traded bike stocks? I don't know actually. I don't know much about the stock and part of like a business. And the last time I chose to ride my bike's dad's mobility scooters up to the floor, and Jesus, people give you no room and we're bumping into one. Yeah, yep. Have any bike CAD files circulated online? I hope. Hey, Mr. Foster, welcome. Head was exploding all night, but then I've shut down. Oh, that's rough, dude. If you need to take the night off, like no problem, man. You could lurk, you could rest. You take care of your health first. It's the most important thing. What's the veggie count? That's a good question. I am done with 1 carrot. I'm done with all of the celery. I've got all of the tomatoes left. I think I've eaten maybe about like 90 veggie sticks. Hey, Jaya Patel, welcome. I'm eating a broccoli stick right now. And I'm ranting about the bicycle industry. You like bikes? Jaya, if you're tuning in for the first time, I'm a huge bicycle fan. I love bicycles. You can get me talking about bicycles for hours. I can do a 24-hour stream just talking about bicycles. Oh, I love bicycles. Got mega lucky since my city put in a lot of new bike lanes this year. Depending on who's the new mayor, they might stop adding them or just take out the ones they just put in. Of course. Oh, Jaya, thank you. Yo, that Reddit thread like blew up. At first, I thought I was getting a lot of YouTube subs because of Bananiel's interview, but afterwards I checked that Reddit thread and was like, holy crap. Holy smokes, what is happening on Reddit? Oh my god. I guess no bikes for me this year. All right, I highly recommend getting a used bike. I will help you find a used bike. And then once you have it in your possession, I'll help you figure out the best and cheapest way to tune it up so that it's road ready, and then like you'll have a bike. Buy used. Yeah, Jaya, like the thread was like, I did not expect it to go that crazy because it's tough on Reddit, and I understand why, because you know they got to be really careful with like who they approve of on Reddit, because there's a lot of weirdos in the woodwork. This is just crazy. All right, I'm gonna try to get you set up on a bicycle for under 200, maybe like 150 or even less, on like a good bike that'll last you for years. Yo, Uwu, you found me on TikTok. I'm so happy with TikTok. All right, Uwu, let's be honest, I'm a fucking boomer. I'm not young. I'm not a spring chicken anymore. I'm not young. And TikTok is like, they're not gonna like me because everybody on TikTok is cool and young. Why the hell would they want to see like a fucking boomer orc, right? But my friend was like, you've got a bunch of pretty good clips, just put them up on TikTok, and if they don't like it, it's fine. So like, I tried TikTok out, and like, the response has been like freaking crazy. It's like, wow. People are weird about male VTubers there. It's not cool sometimes. Yeah. I gotta tell you though, I do really like the virtual YouTubers subreddit, because I don't want to imply that like you're not valid if you're like a to be announced like VTuber that's still setting up, but you do get like a serious push at that Reddit to just get out there and do it. Like, start making videos, because like if you don't start, you're never going to start. Like, you're just going to constantly find ways to upgrade, to fine tune, and you're never going to start making content. And everybody that starts making content sucks at it in the beginning. That's just like who's going to start playing piano and start playing like Beethoven's like you know, like Beethoven's symphonies? Like, no, you start out playing like Twinkle Twinkle Little Star and you get better. And that Reddit really gives you the push to like, yeah, just make content. We'll support you. Just make content. We're weird about Randon. I mean, check the Discord server. Yeah, the Discord server gets like wacky. I love that shit. Nah, man, you're hella cool and chill. Thank you. Thank you so much. But you cannot deny that TikTokers are like the cutting edge. They're like the it crowd. So it's kind of like, ooh, I don't know if I can appeal to like the people that are like, you know. The word of you is spreading. Thank you. 2K, Randon? Maybe in another 3 months. Maybe in another 3 months. Just found a used bike post with a dildo for a seat. Don't. That's a meme. I am so glad that my Twitch VODs go away after 2 weeks, because whoo boy, that deletes the bad. Yep. Is there a Discord link? Let's get you the Discord link. Uh-huh. There you go. Bike with a what? Oh, no problem, Jaya. Thank you. What else do I want to talk about? You guys want to know a little bit about bicycle history? There's a niche for every pocket in TikTok. Yeah. Hello, Furret. Welcome. I like TikTok. You know, just a little scared. You know, a little intimidated, but I'm gonna give it my best shot. All right. Thank you, Astro. Thank you for the affirmation. I'm ready to launch into it. I'm going to tell you guys about the parallelogram derailleur. Lori, welcome. Oh yeah, I'm good for a while. Although, ooh, my throat's feeling it a little bit. I'm the one that draw the Mr. Krabs, Random, Shrek, and Preg Saga. Yeah, let's go. Let me finish eating this carrot. You're wacko and I like it. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm good for a while. Yeah, Ellie. Yeah. I kind of really like just chatting streams. I like it better than gaming streams. I feel like I don't know. Does this fall into the realm of like fostering parasocial relationships? What this feels like is like back in the day before the virus, I just used to hang out with friends and like drink beers and just like shoot the shit, you know? That's kind of what it feels like. And I know that there's like a degree of separation, but you know, it's just nice chatting with people. It's just nice, right? All right. Let me finish this carrot and I'll jump into the derailleur. Oh, ferret. Wait. Must be must be under a different. I don't actually recall a ferret. Anyways. It's kind of nice. Okay, Astro. I'll try to keep it kosher, you know? Let's talk about the derailleur. The derailleur is the thing that lets you switch your gears from a higher gear to a lower gear. And the reason why you would want to switch gears is because the main reason why you would want to switch is because let's keep it really simple. Have you guys noticed that like when you're bicycling and you start going up a hill, it gets harder, right? Right? What a lower gear does is that it allows you to go into a lower gear ratio where you're the amount of effort that you're putting into the pedal equates to less tire spin in the rear tire, and it feels easier going up that hill. It lets you hill climb more efficiently. That's what a lower gear does for you. That's the main reason why a bicycle needs gear, right? Yeah, standard gravity. It lets you beat gravity by going to a lower gear. Hey, Bryce, welcome. I know you. Hello. I'm going into a rant about derailleur technology, and this is like my favorite story to tell about. It's what sells streams to me. Yeah, Foster. Yeah, that's why I can't get tired of like indie VTubers. I love indie VTubers. I don't really watch the majors anymore. I just watch clips. Anywho, so the very first like actual derailleur was made by a dude named Tullio Campagnolo. He's like an Italian dude, and he made it, and it was brilliant, and everybody loved it. And I think he made it in like the early 1900s. And the technology that Campagnolo made for the derailleurs was more or less unchanged for 70 years. So for 70 years, everybody was using the exact same like type of like pivot, everything, right? Fast forward to like the late 1970s. A dude named Maeda in Japan, he started Suntour company, a company called Suntour, and he created and patented the parallelogram derailleur. And the parallelogram derailleur was amazing because it moves the chain in 3D. So Tullio's design moved the chain up and down the cassette, which is like the rear cogs on, you know, like most geared bicycles have a rear cog that has like multiple gears, right? You can see it. So Suntour parallelogram derailleurs, they moved in 3D. So instead of it being like a line that was moving it in and out, like it moved it at an angle in and out. I don't know how to describe it without showing it to you, but the parallelogram derailleur made it so much better. I can't even describe how much better it made it. Is there like an equivalent I could think of? Okay, it's like, you know, if you're driving an automobile, a car, you have manual shifting, which is great, and it's got a lot of control. But like if you fuck up shifting and the clutch work in a manual shifting car, like your engine stalls, right? Like that is like Campagnolo's original derailleur design. It works really well and it's very simple, but if you shift incorrectly, like you'll skip or you'll end up in between gears and like it's just not good. Like it's very finicky, right? So the parallelogram derailleur was like automatic automatic transmission. So you would shift a parallelogram derailleur and it just worked perfectly every time. And it didn't matter whether you were a beginner or somebody that had been bicycling for 50 years, it shifted perfectly almost every single time. Yeah. So both for professionals and for beginner bicyclists, the parallelogram derailleur was just superior in every single way. And everybody knew it. And he had the patent. Maeda drew the patent, an international patent on the parallelogram derailleur, and nobody could copy it for I think 15 years, 12 to 15 years. And it was so good that every single derailleur today, like even that SRAM red ETAP derailleur that I showed you, the one that costs like $2,600 or whatever, $2,700, there is, even that uses a parallelogram style derailleur. So like we're still using a parallelogram derailleur design today, right? He patented it for about 12 years and Suntour derailleurs were just the best. It's just like I've never seen an absolute advantage more distinct, right? I heard we had, hey Arden, hello. All right, I'll eat a carrot for you. Here we go. Oh. All right, there's a carrot. I'm nerding out about bicycle history. I'll be done in a second. The story is almost done. So if Suntour and Maeda had kept their patent up, to this day, they would still be the only ones in the market that have the ability to create them, and it would just be a completely different world. Suntour would probably be something that everybody knows about. They're sliced carrots, Astro. They're like big carrots and they're sliced into sticks, like carrot sticks. That's why I have to eat them in 2 bites, because they're too long. Bunch of long boys. So, in 1989, for whatever reason, Suntour forgot to patent, apply for their patent extension. So the patent on the parallelogram derailleur expired, and everybody could make a parallelogram derailleur. It was like no longer copyrighted. It was no longer patented. That same year that the patent expired, Campagnolo and Shimano, which is another big bicycling manufacturer in Japan, they immediately started making parallelogram derailleurs. And within 4 years, Suntour went bankrupt. No more Suntour. Heartbreaking. Could you imagine that? Like if you invented something that was just the best. If you have invented something that like revolutionized an entire industry and you had the patent on it and you were the only one that could make it and everybody was like, everybody that wanted the best had to go to you. And then you just forgot to repatent it and then you're done. Within 3 years, you're done. Yeah, like Shimano is like top dog right now. It's heartbreaking, right? Heartbreaking. Man. So, here's a little bit of random lore. This is one of my favorite bits of bicycling history. I actually collect Suntour parts. I really like Suntour. Like, 2 or 3 times a week, I check eBay and I try to buy Suntour parts that I don't have yet. My holy grail is I want Suntour Superb Pro, a new in-box group set that's never been on a bicycle. I think if I could find one that was new, never before used, never put onto a bicycle, they're all in boxes, I would buy a Superb Pro group set for $1,000. I would spend $1,000 for that. Problem is, like, every single group set has been on a bicycle, so there's got nicks and scratches. I wouldn't pay $1,000 for like a used group set. Yeah, Astro, it's tough. I got your back though. I'll help you find something used. Thank you, Bryce. I've got most. Oh, the other one that I want is I want a Campagnolo Euclid group set. Campagnolo Euclid group set. So Campagnolo made a mountain bike group set for like 2 years, and then they stopped making it because they did a really shitty job. The Euclid group set is actually really bad, like quality wise and shifting wise and like everything. It's just not a good group set, but I really want one because it's kind of cool. I would pay a little over $500 for a Euclid group set, and it could be used. I'm fine with that. Campagnolo Euclid. Oh, do they have pictures? That's beautiful. Oh my god. What a beautiful group set. What's your recommendation for locks? Yeah, you gotta go with the D lock, Astro. Don't settle for anything but a D lock, because anything that's chain related is gonna get broken into like really quickly. Get a D lock and get the most expensive D lock that you can find. God, I love bikes. Damn it. What else do I want? What's like my holy grail for bicycles? Let me think. Oh, yeah, I know what I want. This is like my grail bike for like a classic steel bike. Oof. Nothing awful about chains and those cable locks. Yeah, don't get a cable or a chain lock. What's a good picture? That's a pretty good one. Tools, size, large. Let's go. I want to get a close-up on like the lugs. Oh yeah, there we go. No, that's small. That's pretty good, but we can do better. I'm trying to find the best possible picture to show you of like what I want. Yeah, it's good right there. Look, this bicycle is art. Like, look at it. Look at the lugs. Oh my god. Whoo. This is a Colnago Arabesque bike, and this is a bicycle that was not made on a factory assembly line. Like a crusty old Italian man silver brazed these lugs like by hand, and then he got it checked by hand, and like I don't think this is like industry anymore. This falls under like the category of art. Like, this bicycle is a work of art. Like, look at the lugs. Oh my god. Oh, I want it so bad. Yeah, Astro, to buy a bike like this, it's probably like $3,000 or $4,000. Oh, Yasuyuki. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, Ari, the lugs are the joints. Like, you know the parts where the pipes, like, connect to each other pipe? Like, look at the crazy little, like, flame design. Konnichiwa. Konbanwa. I don't know what time it is in Japan, but konnichiwa. What is the most expensive bike that you know of? Also, what is the rarest that I know of? That's a good question. Let me think. Looks like Buick from Bikes World. Let's go. Debussy. Yeah. What is the rarest bike in the world? Well, like, the most expensive bike. There's a 24 karat gold mountain bike. That's bullshit. I'm not interested in any of these. Like a solid gold bicycle. No. What is the rarest bicycle in the world? Let me think. Yeah, damn it. If I get this bike, I'm never gonna ride it. I'm just gonna look at it. Let me think. What is the rarest bicycle in the world? Bicycle in the world. I don't know. I feel like I would need to do research. I don't know how to answer this question. Yeah, it's a freaking expensive bike. Once you start playing with gold and you're either going to the moon or Saharan's palace. Yeah. Mostly, meanwhile, I've seen mostly bad blowtorch brazing. Yeah. Mashed potato and pot roast. God, I love bikes. And thanks for listening to me, like, rant about how fucked up the bike industry is, and then simultaneously tell you about, like, the bicycle that I have that is ridiculously overpriced. I want a Colnago real bad. Woo. I mean, all bikes are, dude. Right? I mean, you wouldn't ride, like, a Colnago in harsh weather, but, like, most bikes are good. Just get, like, a 90s rigid mountain bike. End up going ages about the guitar garbage. Yeah! I mean, that's the good stuff, man. That's great. I love it. Alright. Let me use the bathroom. I'm gonna get a top off on my water, but not my beer. I think I'm good on beer tonight. Let's chat a little bit about tea, and then I'll call it a night. All right, guys. Give me like 2 or 3 minutes. I'm gonna take a short break, and I'll come back and we'll talk about teas. What about tricycles? Tell me what the games is a garbage company run by money-hungry vampires. Exactly. Yeah. I'll be right back, guys. Huh. That's really strange. I was gonna take a break and, like, you know, just kind of stretch and maybe like take a short walk, but like I'm like pretty pumped. So I got my water and then I just came straight back, and I just want to continue talking. I don't know. I'm excited. I'm pumped. Am I muted? No, I'm not muted. All right, good. Let's catch up on chat. Did you get water? Yeah, second. Yeah, absolutely. You need more water. Going for too long. Education system, animation, art industry. Yeah. He's just standing there. Menacingly. Yeah. Passion is always fun. Oh, okay, okay. I'm learning more. Whoo! Ah. Crack the neck. Let's see some Brock. Recumbent bikes. They're actually faster than safety bicycles. But oh, BMX is awesome. Smiling Head, welcome. BMX bikes are really rad. I like them. Like the trick bicycles. Yeah, they're really cool. I think though that if you want to get the most out of a BMX bicycle, you need to be near like a skate park or a bicycle park. Because in order to get the most out of a BMX bike, you need some like good ramps, you know? And there's none anywhere near where I live. So, kind of no point. Also, I'm too heavy. In order to be a good BMXer, like you kind of need to be like on the lighter side. It's really tough for like a heavier bicyclist to do BMX seriously. Shot you a message with the Kiji link, my local club. I feel like I might forget later. Awesome, Astro. I'll get back to you on that for sure. Yeah. Me Papa just made some chili and I couldn't be happier. Yo, chili. I'm gonna make chili tonight. I'm gonna save one of my beers and I'm gonna make a chili after this stream. That's a penny farthing. Diggy. They're called penny farthings because of the size difference between the penny and the farthing, which are both coins. BMX or scooter? BMX all the way. The best part of the bicycle is a crank, and the scooter doesn't have a crank. Squidward bikes, let's go! Alright. We're gonna shift gears. We're gonna talk about tea for a little bit. I think I might have to call it around like 3.5 hours, because, oh man, my throat hurts because I was screaming about bicycles. Alright. I had like a little mini rant that I wanted to talk about teas. Ooh, thank you so much. What about Crusty Bike? I'm always up for a Crusty Bike. You gotta show it to me though, you know? You gotta show me that Crusty. I might do like a tea tasting. The main problem is I would want to show off and show you my tea and my tea set, but I need to find a way to keep my hands from being shown. I don't know. I don't mind VTubers that show their real faces or any part of their body, but personally, for my own style, for Randon channel, I don't ever want to show any part of my real body. Like, that's just something that I'm going to try to stick to for the rest of my entire career. Take pictures? Maybe. Buy some Hulk gloves? But how would I make tea? It actually does require a fair amount of dexterity to use a guy one. Gaiwan are like not easy to use. Like you need to practice. Hey, Puzzle! Hello, welcome, welcome. Can Brandon use chopsticks? I can. Yasuyuki-san, I can. I can use chopsticks. I'm actually pretty good with them. To the point where I don't really like using forks. If at all, I can use chopsticks. Yeah. Oh, Arrow, you're forgive me if I'm wrong, but are you Onikain's significant other? Am I in the ballpark? I think. Yeah. Thank you, Yasuki-san. It took me a while, but I was very determined to learn how to use chopsticks because one of my favorite places to eat. Yes. Okay, cool. All right, that's good, Arrow. I don't like being wrong. Anyways, for chopsticks, my favorite place to eat when I was in college was a ramen place in New York City, and they were nice. They gave me the fork to eat my ramen with, but I just had to use chopsticks. You know, come on. You're eating like your favorite meal, which is ramen, and like you got to use chopsticks, right? So I forced myself to learn how to use chopsticks, and yeah, after that, I'm pretty good. I gotta say, I think I'm better than average at using chopsticks. Anywho, I don't like being wrong. I tried, because I want to get good at using chopsticks. Whenever I can use chopsticks over a fork, I will use chopsticks. Anywho. Tea. Oh, I love tea. You can't get me to shut up about tea. Where to start? This is kind of me being an elitist. I don't like it when people call herbal teas tea. In order for it to be called like tea, just like standalone tea, how could one buy tea in bulk? Yeah, of course you can. And I don't think there's anything bad about buying tea in bulk, as long as you know how to store your tea. Use chopsticks while eating Cheetos out of the bag. You won't get dust on your fingers. Yeah, I actually do that. I've done that before. Like Doritos and Cheetos. Isn't herbal tea an infusion? Herbal tea is actually called a tisane. Like that's the actual that's the actual term, official term that you should use for any tea that doesn't have like actual tea leaves. And so for it to be considered like a standalone tea, it has to have Camellia sinensis. So like this specific plant, the Camellia sinensis plant, it has to have leaves from this in order to be considered tea. If it isn't, you can call it like chamomile tea, you can call it like something else, but you can't call chamomile tea a tea, because tea is from a very specific plant. Yeah. Pal told me about an old Korean wives' tale that further up you hold your chopsticks, the further away you live your home. That's interesting. How do I hold my chopsticks? I hold it near the middle, I think. Yeah, rooibos is not tea. It's a tisane. Yeah. I like using fancy sugar rocks for my tea. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I personally know tea snobs that don't like milk and sugar in tea. I think they're being assholes. Like, milk tea is delicious. Are you fucking kidding me? I love milk tea. I love all teas. All of them. I gotta say, Astro, I actually I don't hate them, but I don't regularly drink tisanes. The most common one that I drink is barley tea. Mugisha. Oh, White Wolf, hello. Thank you. Welcome. I believe we're Twitter mutuals, and I kind of like lurk and like your posts sometimes. I'm munching. Yeah, decaffeinated tea, never get decaffeinated tea. It's not good. Because the process that they use to decaffeinate tea bathes tea and coffee in chemicals, and it's not good. Like, it's not good. You should never get decaf, if at all possible. I don't think it's healthy. Yucha-cha, yeah. Yuzu, yeah. Oh, no problem, White Wolf. I love reading your stuff. Yeah, Demon. Like milk tea, like boba. I have a separate group of tea friends that dislike boba, and I think they're assholes. Like, boba's good. Like, fine. Boba tastes good. Like, why would you dislike boba? Just because it's got milk and sugar in it. I don't know. I love boba. I don't know. That being said, I have a tea collection in my closet, and I would estimate the value of my tea collection at maybe like $800 or $900 worth of tea. Although I have like actual pu'er tea that's probably worth like a couple hundred by itself. So I don't know, maybe over 1,000. I don't know. Let's see. I love boba so much. Yep. Love boba. Yep. Cheese tea. What the fuck? Huh. I mean, I believe it. They wouldn't sell it if it didn't taste good. Yeah, boba. Canned boba. Pretty good. Yep. You can have boba without milk and sugar. Oh, wait. That's just tea. Sugar bomb drinks are excellent. Yeah, boba. Why does it sound funny? Allah Baba is you. I think boba means like, it actually means like boob. In like Chinese, in Mandarin. I don't know. I think I've heard that, but I'm not fluent in Mandarin, so I can't like verify it. That's what I heard. What's your favorite brewing method? I'm a tea beginner, but as a coffee expert, I know the brewing method can change the flavor a lot. Exactly. My preferred method of preparing tea, my own high-end tea collection, is Gaiwan. Gaiwan is just the best way to get the flavor out of your tea. I think people overestimate the brewing vessel. The most important thing for tea, I'll give you the random tip. The number one most important thing for tea is you need to choose good water. Most people use shit water and then on good tea, and then it just doesn't taste good. Like, you need to choose your water very, very carefully. Taiwan, the boba is slang for boob. Yeah, I heard that. Yeah. Anyway. So, choose the highest quality water that you can before you start like making tea. Oh, Arrow, I love pu'er. Pu'er is so good. That like, it's kind of like papery. You know what pu'er tea reminds me of? It reminds me of like old books. You know, I don't know, something about it. Like, I drink it, it's like I'm drinking a book, like an ancient grimoire text. Like, oh, I love pu'er. So good. What would you say is quality water? It needs to be the right pH, and it needs to be purified. I prefer not to use mineral water. I want the water to be as neutral as possible, so that like the flavor of the tea comes across, right? So I typically buy like good quality water. Good quality water is in like, you know, like whatever, like Poland Springs, Arrowhead, whatever you have, like good water, right? And then I filter it through a charcoal filter. So I take. Yeah, I'm pretty picky about my water. You filter the water, and then it will taste better. Anyway. Taiwan, boba, pu'er tea. Oh, yeah. Almost like tea is mostly water. A lot like coffee. Yeah, bottled water, and then you charcoal filter it, and then it'll taste even better. Anyway. And the second most important thing for tea is water temperature. Every tea requires a different temperature of water. You got to make sure you get the right temperature for the right tea, and then that just completely changes the way that the tea tastes. Tea is a ritual, so I'm impressed how much you take care of it. Such. Yeah. Get smart. Use smart water. I would use smart water, but no matter what brand of water you're getting, Fiji, Arrowhead, Poland Springs, charcoal filter. Make sure to filter that water. Just it'll taste better. Just get a good filter and filter that water. Anyway. Is there a term for a tea? Hey, Lunar Ghostly, hello, welcome. I think this is the first time I've seen you. If so, thank you for coming to watch a weird orc rant about tea. Is there a term for a tea that's your black tea that has flavoring? Oh yeah, it's just called flavored teas. We call it flavored teas. Some marketing terms like to say scented tea. It's the same. Flavored tea equals scented tea. It's just marketing bullshit. Like, it's the same thing. I personally think flavored tea makes a lot more sense. Scented just reeks of like you're just trying to not say flavored. Anywho, you gotta have the right water temperature. Most important part. Well, second most important part. Do you like herb infused tea? Yeah, I like herb teas. But I do like it to be separate from you know, like a tea that has like the leaf in it. So we can discuss about like general like temperature levels. I use Celsius because when you're talking about teas, the most important part is how close is it to boiling, and then when it's boiling, it's 100 degrees Celsius, so it's just easier, right? I don't like using Fahrenheit for tea related stuff. So black teas, say like 98 to 100 C water temperature. That's just lower temperature water for black teas is not going to make it more complex. A black tea, for better or for worse, is a pretty simple tea. Like, you're not going to get any other unique flavors out of it by using a lower temperature, and you're not going to ruin the flavor by using a higher temperature. So for a black tea, you're going to want to use a high temperature, and you're going to want to brew it very, very quickly. Water anyway, so it makes more sense for tea. Yeah, I mean, I'm a dumb American orc, so like, yeah, like we use Fahrenheit for a lot of shit, but let's be real here. Celsius is just superior for everything, right? Like, can we be real for a second? Like, we should use Celsius for everything. Celsius is just better, right? If it's frozen, it's 0 degrees Celsius. If it's boiling, it's 100 degrees Celsius. It's just better. It's just better. Anyways. Yeah, exactly, Jaya. Like, we should just be using Celsius. I don't know. Me uses metric, also me. I'm 5'4" inches. Yeah, a dumb American orc. Is only good for eyeball construction. I don't know. I use Imperial System for like almost everything, except tea, because I love tea. But if you live in America, you just use Imperial for everything. It's better not to get into an argument, I guess. It's just kind of like, you know. It's true. I agree. Yeah, Al. For like how your body temperature feels, your normal quote unquote body temperature is 100 rather than, what is it, 32? 32 is like weird, right? Oh, like military time? Yeah, Jay. I like military time. Rather than doing like PM, AM, like the weird stuff. Kilograms. I measure my tea in kilograms, so I don't know. What would a European orc be like? Rose, let me tell you about my friend Moody. Check out Orcish Moody on Twitter. I believe he's a Brit. I believe Orcish Moody is British. I don't know whether he's English or Welsh or whatever. I'm not going to comment on that, but I'm pretty sure he's a Brit. Anyway, the next thing that you're going to want at higher temperatures is... yeah, Moody is great. I like Moody a lot. Imperial System for D&D. Yeah. They use feet and like weird stuff like that. Let's talk roasted oolong. Probably use anywhere from like 94. Ugh. 97C water temperature. A British orc is just an orc with a K. Yeah, yeah. Metric system just makes sense. Yeah, furries, like 100%. Ah, what a weird world we live in, right? Especially what a weird world Americans live in. Yeah, Moody. Roasted oolongs are very complex because you can get a roasted oolong that's very, very low roast, and you could get a roasted oolong that's like essentially blackened, you know? Long tea, oh, that's bad. Americans live in a state of panic and freedom. Let's show some examples of dark roast oolong. Images. That is a really shitty image. Wow. Alright, forgive me for the shitty image, but... Oh, what is that? What the hell is this? Don't click on that, let me double check. Oh, yeah, there we go. Yeah. So that's like 100% dark roasted oolong. Like, that's pretty close to 100%. That tea, you're gonna want to use 100C. For sure. Like, 99 to 100C temperature water. Yeah. But then you also get like a really light roast oolong. Light roast oolong. I don't want to shill any companies because I don't respect tea companies. Ah. They're all from like companies. Huh. Anywho. So like my coffee is filled with nothing but milk. Zerker. Coffee when it tastes kind of burnt, how oil smells. Yeah. Oh, Lapsang Souchong is really good. Yeah, Lapsang. Yeah. Do you think Asian markets are good sources for tea? Yes. Yeah, Mike. They're pretty decent. You kind of have to like... It's tough. Like I said, the main problem is that this is the term that we use in business. The tea industry and the coffee industry in the United States is very incestuous. Like all of the major tea and coffee companies are selling each other the same product, and it gets passed back and forth. And every time it gets passed back and forth, they add another like 10% to the margin, and it just gets marked up and marked up and marked up. And you're pretty much getting the same thing from like every company. Oh, nice latte get me through the day. Oh, latte is great. Yeah, Thai tea. Yeah, Thai tea is really good. Yeah, Thai tea is... They use a special technique to make it that thick. On the good water thing, would a filter jug be enough? Yes, exactly. Rude, like that's perfectly fine. A charcoal type filter is all you need. How is Starbucks still thing? It really complete price and quality. It's okay. It's consistent. Starbucks is the McDonald's of coffee and tea. You go to any Starbucks anywhere in the world and it tastes exactly like Starbucks in every other part of the world. Yeah. Anywho. So you have light roast, medium roast, and dark roast oolong. And those are different. So for light roast and medium roast, I would use 95-ish Celsius. For dark roast, you can boil that water, and then anything under that, green oolong, where it's like essentially under 10% roast, you're gonna want. I mean, depending on the cultivar of the leaf, anywhere from 89 to, I would say, like 93. 93C. This is probably around the spot that you would want the shittier pu'er. So like low grade, cooked pu'er. You're gonna want it around 90C. And then if you get your hands on raw pu'er, raw type pu'er, super expensive. You're gonna want like 85-ish, 80 to 85-ish. McDonald's is like, it's okay if this coffee is so scalding because it custard reprints. Yeah, far as like Thai and Vietnamese tea is like, oh, it's good stuff. Oh, my neck. Now, I always tell people that are interested in pu'er to be very, very careful because almost all of it is fake. Let me see if I can find an article. All pu'er is fake. It's, I don't want to make you guys read the whole thing. I'll just give it to you straight, right? So pu'er is moldy tea. That's what it is. Pu'er is tea that has been molded. All right, so pu'er is tea where they get the leaf, they get it withered, they get it ready to go, and then they spread it out on a mat, and then they spray it with water, right? They just spray that shit with water, right? And then they leave it in a dark, dank place for a while. And then they let the mold grow on it. And then they gather up like the dank, wet, soggy, moldy tea. And then they press it into a cake. And then they store it for like 40 years. And yeah. It's kind of like cheese tea, yeah. So to make actual pu'er, it takes decades. It takes at least 30 to 40 years. Like, more than that, probably. I'd say like 40 is probably the minimum. But around 1980 to 1990, there's a factory in China that figured out a way to make tea that tastes kind of like pu'er, and you can make it in about a month. It takes about a month to make it. I think that's sheng pu'er. No, sheng is raw. Sheng is like the good stuff. Yeah, shu is the... Can I find like a good article? Yeah, right here. This is pretty good. This is a pretty good article on the difference between sheng and shu pu'er. Yeah. Yeah, it's tough, Arrow. Almost all tea that's labeled as pu'er is cooked. I don't think it's realistic to try to find authentic sheng pu'er. Like, I don't think it exists anymore on a wider market. This is the problem. And I've been to tea expos and I've talked to like actual vendors about this. In these factories in China, they're really good at putting fake labels. So like they'll like put a label onto it while it's being cooked that says this tea was made in 1970, but the tea was made in 2014. Yeah. Like, in general, if it's being sold and you can buy more than one of it, it's probably fake. Just do not... Yeah, I've been to tea shows, Astro. I've been to the World Tea Expo. World Tea Expo. I go like every 2 or 3 years. I go to this one. It's usually in like Las Vegas, San Francisco. It's in Colorado this year. Yeah. So I'm just gonna say this. If a company is selling you sheng raw pu'er tea, and you can buy more than 2 or 3 of them, it's probably fake. I wouldn't even say probably, it's definitely fake. If you can buy multiple quantities of a pu'er tea cake, it is definitely cooked. And there's nothing wrong with that because cooked pu'er tastes very similar to raw pu'er. Like, it's very, very similar. It's pretty hard to tell the difference. I can kind of tell the difference, but I'm wrong like 30 or 40% of the time. So like, it's tough. Sometimes you get an authentic raw pu'er that was made like 70 or 80 years ago, and it's worth like $1,000, and it tastes like shit. It tastes really bad, and it's like, wow, that sucks. And then sometimes you get a cooked pu'er, which was made like 2 years ago, and is probably worth like $20, if that, and it tastes good. It is a beautiful, complex tea with like a really rich bouquet, and it's got a nice top, middle, and bottom note. Like, it's just a good tea. So the price doesn't mean shit. It's just for people that love having the rarest teas. Like, an authentic raw pu'er is gonna set you back like hundreds of dollars, like $500, $600 minimum. So like, don't try to get a deal on like, ooh, I found a good raw pu'er for like $80. It's fake. I guarantee you it's fake. It's fake. It's gonna be fake. Oh, I spelled that wrong. Definitely. Anywho. Let's talk about green tea. I love green tea. My favorite green tea is from Japan. My favorite teas are oolong teas. The best oolong teas are made in China and Taiwan. My favorite green teas are Japanese teas. And you gotta get Japanese teas that are grown in Japan, you know? So, let's discuss matcha, right? What makes matcha so expensive, right? Genmaicha is really good, yeah. Astro, let's talk about what a genmaicha is. A genmaicha is a Japanese green tea where they mix in toasted rice. So it's got kind of like a grainy, malty flavor to it. Oh, delicious. I love genmaicha. A sencha is a shade-grown tea. So let's discuss why sencha is really good, right? So in Japan, they typically grow teas at lower elevation, around 600 to 800 meters above sea level, sometimes at sea level, but the really, really good farms where they're growing like the cream of the crop, you're gonna see it around 600 meters. So this is the Japanese technique of sencha, right? The Japanese at some point in history found out that when you're growing tea, about 2 weeks before you harvest the tea off the bush, right? If you shade it so that like there's no direct sunlight anymore, it makes the tea leaves go into overdrive, producing extra chlorophyll because they need the extra chlorophyll to photosynthesize. Does that make sense? You're not putting the tea into darkness, you're shading it so that it's indirectly lit by sun. So there's still a little bit of sunlight, but not a lot, right? So the plant is like, oh shit, like there's not enough sunlight. We need extra chlorophyll, the green stuff that allows us to photosynthesize and create the the good stuff, the sugars that like the plant is trying to create so that it could live, right? So this is why you see like Japanese teas that are like crazy green looking, like super green, like a tea that's grown in Taiwan or China. It's just green. It's just like normal green. But then you look at a Japanese like tea plant where it's growing and it's like, why is it so green? It's green because it's a sencha and there's shade growing it the last 2 weeks. And oh man, that's what makes the flavor go crazy. It's just like unique. You're not gonna get this flavor anywhere else unless it's made in Japan and if it's shade grown, right? So sencha is like super expensive because it's not easy to grow. I don't think Japan has fully gone over to like factory growing methods like CTC, crush, tear, curl method. Like they don't do any of that shit. So like, it's very labor intensive to grow tea in Japan. So you have really good quality sencha. What do you do with it if you want to turn it into matcha? All matcha has to be made from sencha. If it's not made from sencha, it doesn't count as matcha. It's something cheaper. It's usually not that green. So if you're looking at, if you get matcha and it ain't neon green, it's not matcha. It's not matcha because it wasn't made with sencha. There you go. That's not to say that neon green matcha instantly means good, because some really, really shady tea dealers, they put coloring into it. Like they color it with like food coloring and then it looks neon green, but it tastes like shit. So like I've gotten bamboozled at Tea Expo where like somebody gave me matcha and I was like, oh, that's a good shade of green. And then I taste it and it's fucking garbage. Like get this fake fucking shit out of my face, you know? So like it's gotta be green and it's gotta have the taste. Some really shady tea sellers, tea retailers in the United States will put food coloring into matcha to give it the color, right? So like you just gotta be real careful, you know? Anyways. So you got good quality sencha. It's ready to be made into matcha. What do the Japanese do to make that? So first of all, they de-stem and de-vein everything, and it's usually done by hand. Like, can you imagine that? Like, can you take a leaf, like just out of any plant, and imagine taking out every single vein? Like you know the veins and the stem of the leaf. They fucking remove that shit so that you're only getting the actual like leaf itself. And they do that for every single fucking leaf, right? Insane. It's just so labor intensive, right? Then they take the stem and the veins and they fucking throw that shit out. They take the good leaves, they dry it out using a special technique, and then they grind it up using like one specific type of stone. Like they can't just use any type of stone. It's just like, there's a reason. Hey, Alex. Hello, Alex. I'm ranting about tea. I might get a little bit tilted because I really love tea, so I apologize if it's a little bit too intense. I'm usually a little bit more laid back. Anyways. Just the sheer, like, I don't know, man. It's like simultaneously like mad respect to like the Japanese tea industry, but also like, why do you make it so hard to make tea? Oh my god. So, you're a tea producer in Japan, you're making matcha. You have to use sencha, which is really expensive and difficult to grow. And then you have to de-vein and de-stem every single individual tea leaf so that there's no veins or stems, right? You've got these dry little pieces left. You grind them up with a stone mill, which takes a very long time. And you've got a final product. You've got matcha, right? Now it needs to be graded. Like a matcha tea master has to like taste it and be like, and I forgot what the grading scale was. I know the grading scale in Taiwan, but I don't know it in Japan because I'm not an expert on matcha. But there's a grading scale. Like somebody that knows about matcha taste will grade it. And like sometimes you just get a shit draw. Like sometimes like it rains too much. Sometimes it's a little bit too dry. Sometimes it doesn't rain enough. And the tea leaf just isn't there. So can you imagine putting all this effort into making matcha and they grade it like D, and it's like, this is garbage. That's why real matcha that's grown in Japan and that's grown by a reputable company or farm or plantation in Japan, you're going to be spending like minimum $120 to $150 for 2 ounces. Like it's fucking expensive. I have the equivalent of like grade B or grade C matcha, and it cost me about $100 for 2 ounces. It was really expensive. Tea is just so much more expensive than coffee. And like, I don't know. I have a friend that's a coffee head. Love him to death. One of my best friends. And he like brings out like his premium grade coffee, and he's like, this coffee cost me $40 per pound. And I'm like, cool. Here's a tiny little cup of matcha, and it cost me like $160 for 2 ounces. Astro, like if you're getting high quality pu'er and high quality matcha, the shipping is nothing. The shipping is like chump change compared to like the actual cost of the tea. It's like, it's crazy. Mm. Oh yeah. Tea is weird. And I just love all tea. When it comes to oolong, I'm a snob. When it comes to every other type of tea. Oh, Hootie, my brother. If I ever make you tea, you'll know the quality. Like if it comes out of my own if it comes out of my own stash, you'll be able to tell that it's better than like any other tea that you've had. Oh yeah. Yeah. What is the Folgers of tea? Lipton. And that's the crazy thing, Harney. I don't hate Lipton. I like it. Lipton is extremely consistent. If you cold brew Lipton, and if you brew Lipton with boiling temperature water, or if you brew Lipton with 70 degrees Celsius water, every type of Lipton, no matter how you brew it, tastes exactly the same. It's like freaking unnerving. It's crazy. That's not easy to do. Tea is very, very like peaky. It changes very quickly depending on like how long you brew it, what temperature you brew it. But for some reason, Lipton just always tastes the same, and I don't know how they do it. Oh, I love a breakfast tea. Yeah. Mike, I love English breakfast. I like Irish breakfast. I love all teas. I have a tea from Rwanda. It tastes like shit, but I like it. I love Rwandan tea. How much soda I have? That does do it. But Hootie, as long as you don't drink soda the day of you're tasting tea, it should be good. Have you considered this is not actually tea? It's tea. It's definitely tea, Mike. Because I know the taste of tea. The main problem with Rwanda is that like most of the soil is volcanic. And it's a different type of volcanic soil than like Asia, you know? The Ring of Fire. Yeah. Astro, that's why I like Lipton. I don't hate it. I don't think it's bad tea. I mean, I would never drink it gong fu. I would never gong fu style like preparation for Lipton tea. That's like a waste of time. Oh, shrimp check. Yeah. Ugh. Oh, my throat is doing a number on me. Yeah. I might wind down for a bit, guys. My throat hurts. I'm kind of drained because I was like yelling. I just got super pumped. I love tea. I love tea so much. You guys have any questions? I kind of want to do like a question and answer session. Like if you guys have any questions about anything, bicycling, tea, questions about VTubing, anything like that, I'll answer any questions, and then we'll wrap it up in like 20-30 minutes. I'll become like Randon, yeah. This is just how orcs are, man. What's a good tea for cold brew? I'm playing around with it. Lipton. That's tough. Let me think. Oh. One random thing on my bucket list. I want a bicycle tour across Japan. It's expensive, but it's something that I want to do because Japan is beautiful. All right, I'm gonna chill. Iggy, I've made cold brew with this. It's delicious. What mic am I using? All right, hold on. Let's go. Bucket list. I've already answered that one. I want a bicycle tour across Japan. Is there a big difference between like fruit tea and herbal tea and how they made? Fruit tea is usually dried tea or dried peel. Herbal tea is like any type of herb, right? Like chamomile, etc., etc. Also dried. It's pretty much the same. You brought up VTubing. That's your past your debut. Is there anything other that you should know about their debut? Tips and tricks, general advice. The most important thing is chat interaction. If you want to grow, the most important thing is good clips. Hire an editor as soon as you can. Don't do skebs. Don't upgrade like your mic. You should upgrade your mic to a point. But after you have your setup running, focus entirely on finding a good editor that you can work with. Editors are super important. What mic am I using? Smiling head. I'm typing it out. Total cost. We know you like tea, but do you like tea? Yes, Far East. I love tea. Dude, Japan is made for bike tours. Sounds sick. Exactly. Have you ever tasted the Tariq, aka pull tea? I haven't actually. I will look into that because it sounds kind of interesting. I love anything to do with tea. How would you make the worst tea possible? The worst tea possible is to take really, really expensive tea, like Dayuling, and then just put milk and sugar in it. I like milk tea. I like tea with sugar in it. But if I use high quality tea, like really good quality tea leaf, I'm talking like $100 to $200 per pound, and then put milk and sugar in it, that would break my fucking heart. Don't do that. If you're using very high quality, very expensive tea, drink the tea by itself. Don't mix it with milk. Don't mix it with sugar. Milk and sugar and tea is for black teas, usually Assams, and very, very cheap stuff. Cheap teas. All right? Yeah. Did somebody mention door to black teas? No, I did not. Okay. How long do you usually stream for? Alex, I typically try to stream for 3 to 4 hours. That's like my maximum stamina. I don't really have a lot of streaming stamina yet. I don't think I could do like the 12-hour, 24-hour subathon. Like, I can't do that shit. Like, it's too hard, difficult for me. Need clips, work on my own. What are on those mysterious post-it notes? I will list off what I have right now. How I learned boxing as a kid because my dad is an asshole. I will find you a used bike on Craigslist. Just ask me, LOL. Grand Canyon and Navajo land. Stayed overnight with a teacher and her husband. The Navajo Nation is amazing. Made a TikTok, lol. East River Bandit story. Fishing in Brooklyn. 1,000 YouTube subs celebration. Any suggestions? I want a period correct halberd. Renaissance 14th century. I want a belt drive bicycle. $6,000. Interview with Lynn Colville this Wednesday, which has already passed. Those are all the post-its on my monitor right now. Oh wow, I have a blue snowball and it sounds pretty fine to me, but I think a pop filter. Yeah, I got a pop filter on mine too. I don't know what brand it is. I just got like a cheap one. Bigelow tea, bad or passable? Bigelow tea is good. Bigelow tea is on the tier of Lipton, maybe a little bit better. Bigelow tea, better than Lipton. I found your stream through your TikTok. Yo, Alex, it's doing work for me. Thank you. Yo, I want a halberd. Belt drive bikes are cool. Yeah. I'm just really interested in the technology. I want to see whether it's good or not. Oh, you guys want to hear my East River Bandit story? I'll finish off with the Randon story. I haven't told one in a while. Randon has a TikTok. I do have a TikTok. I think I want to upgrade to a Yeti if I end up taking VTubing seriously. A lot of my friends said those mics sound very good. Yeah, Demon. Blue Yetis are really good mics, but they're USB mics, which means they're gonna have issues with Windows 10. If you are on a computer running Windows 10, you might have volume issues with the Blue Yeti, and it has nothing to do with the mic. The Blue Yeti is a beautiful, wonderful mic. It's because Windows 10 is garbage when it comes to mic volume for USB mics. So it's Windows 10, not your mic. Yeah. It's looking at VTubers so Awesome, awesome. You have some advice for a student who's really close to giving up, asking for a friend. That's tough. Yeah. I really, really do understand. I understand, like, viscerally, because I'm a person that doesn't have the highest willpower, and I tend to give up. So, whenever I'm on a bicycle tour, that's probably when I think about giving up the most. And the best way I've found to push past it, this is gonna sound counterintuitive, but sometimes I think obsessing over finishing is what causes people to give up. The way that I continue to bicycle when I don't want to continue bicycling, such as when I was climbing up the Rockies on a fucking touring bike, was to get it into my head that, like, this was just my life. Like, I'm gonna be doing this for the rest of my life. And for some reason that allowed me to essentially give up and just continue. Does that make sense? I don't know. Sometimes I think focusing on finishing is like poison to your mind, and you just obsess over, like, when it's gonna be done, when it's gonna be done, when it's gonna be done, and then it just breaks your spirit, and then you quit. I think the best way to grind out something that you know that you need to do, but you really don't think you can, is to give up all hope and just say, this is just my life now. I'm just gonna do this forever until somebody taps my shoulder and it's like, okay, you're done, you know? And that's how I climbed the Rockies, on a fucking bicycle. Not enough power and issues with the Mobo. Yeah. Haven't noticed anything. Yeah. Filter water. Can't show any. Yeah. XLR is great. I love XLR. Yeah. Windows 7 and USB mics work perfectly fine. No volume issues. It's only with Windows 10 for some reason. You have any advice when my mic doesn't sound good? Oh. Get a Reaper plugin. Reaper compressor. Reaper equalizer, Reaper noise gate. Get those three, put it into your OBS. It is instantly going to make your mic sound way better. Yep. Oh, I came in at the perfect time. You literally just accepted your lot in life. Oh, Far East, yeah. Like, we're not meant to learn remotely. I personally think it's like kind of bullshit that, like, these universities are trying to charge you full price and they're teaching you fully digitally. Far East, it is not your fault that you're having trouble with school. It's because of the pandemic. It's because, like, it's just more fun when you're, like, in a classroom. It is. Like, it's more fun being able to, like, socialize and, like, see other people learning along with you. It's not your fault that, like, you feel that way. The pandemic sucks. You're gonna get through it. The pandemic will eventually end because these fucking idiots will get vaccinated. You'll be able to go back to school, do some in-class learning, and it's gonna be great. You just gotta hold on, dude. It's not your fault. It's because distance learning is fucking bullshit. Yeah, distance learning is absolutely garbage. SMB Go XLR, nice. Yo, if I could afford a Go XLR and that's a Shure, right? A Shure mic, I would totally get that. Yeah. Not to be a contrarian, because I love remotes and because I'm extremely. I mean, if it works for you, that's great, Mike. But, like, you know, a lot of people do suffer from distance learning. It's not good. Yeah. I'm paying the rec center, transportation, health center, support fees on 30 miles away from campus. Yeah, Al, that's awful. It's, like, not good. Dare I say it's bullshit, you know? What are you gonna do, though? You know, what are you gonna do? Any other questions? Any comments? Still munching on carrots. Would you rather spend 200 on tea or bike stuff? That's a good question, Syndic. Syndic, welcome, welcome. I don't think I've seen you in chat before. Hope you have a good time. And I will answer your question. I would buy $200 worth of tea, no question. Because the bike stuff that I want is way more expensive than 200 bucks. There's no way I can get anything that I actually want for my own bikes for 200. I bet many of them do not like it, yeah. First year of college online is a really terrible experience. Alex, I'm really sorry to hear that. I'm really sorry to hear that, dude. Buddy. I hope that karma sends you something like an awesome win because of the bullshit that you're going through right now. You don't deserve like this fucking weird ass shit that like threw your life out of whack. You deserve the best in life, and I hope that, like, you know, in return for this shitty first year in college, you get like 3 awesome years in college. Like, I don't know. I'm old. I don't remember like what college people like. You get laid a lot. You win in every single beer pong tournament. I don't know. Like, I just hope you get like awesome wins from here on out. Online college was not good. Yeah. Couple hundred. Yeah, what a bunch of assholes. Yeah. Hanging on by a thread. Ooh, yeah, that's rough. Bike safety, lighting, and related gadgets. Yeah. If you're riding at night, it's more important to have a rear light than a front light, but you need both. And if you want to be able to, if there's no lighting, like there's no street lighting, you need a stronger, I would say like, maybe like 800 to 900 lumens front light. And there's a lot of good bicycling stuff. Like there's like reflective like sleeve and cuff straps. The reflective stuff is really gonna help you like be noticeable on the road. Are you a coffee orc or a tea orc? Tea 100%. Squip it. I respect coffee, but I can't handle caffeine. It doesn't react well with me, so I prefer tea 100%. I don't really like coffee that much. Can't imagine the people who had to graduate college or high school in the midst of the pandemic. Yeah, it's rough. Tea and bikes, yep. Tired orcs make everyone feel better. Thank you. Brandon Rivers got laid a lot and won every single beer. No, my college experience was awful. In order to deal with the trauma of my college experience, I went fishing like every day after college. Anson, welcome. The guy from Boston voice. Every day is a win now. Let's go. Woo! I'm feeling good. My throat's feeling it, but I feel energized. I had a really great session. Thanks for listening to me like rant about the weird shit that I like. I hope VTubing is making up for that trauma. Yeah, I love VTubing. It's good. Why did I hear Congo for a moment? That's the greatest compliment I think I've received as a VTuber thus far. I'm like 10 years too early to be compared to Congo. In 10 years, if I VTube non-stop for 10 years, I might be at Congo's level. When you get your iPad and start drawing, what do you want to draw first? That's a good question, Hatch. I probably want to draw my favorite VTubers, you know? And I'd probably want to start easier too. Like, I'd want to draw enjoyable learning. Oh, thank you. I'd probably just jump right into drawing VTubers. Yeah. I don't know who I would draw. That's a really good question. Probably Fleshy, probably Hootie. Those are my 2 favorites. Or get iPad. You do digital art? Hella sick. Ooh, I have absolutely no art background. I draw stick figures, but I'm getting an iPad Pro so that I could use VTube Studio with Face ID, and then I'm gonna start drawing digital art as soon as I get it. I'm gonna get Procreate, I'm gonna get iPad Pencil or whatever, Apple Pencil, and I'm gonna fucking draw. It's gonna be great. I'm pumped. I figure if I start now, in 5 years I might be decent. Do you like card games? Oh, I love card games. I love Pokemon trading card games. It's my favorite. Brandon is my favorite Ian VTuber. Thank you, Diggy. Thank you so much. Oh, I miss digital art. What's stopping you from doing digital art, Rose? If you don't mind my asking. Yeah, Hatch. Let's do like drawing sessions, you know? You're a really nice person. I don't think you would judge me for drawing like stick figures. You know, I'm learning. I do digital. I'm just drawing your avatar this whole stream. Oh, ooh, thank you. Now I try to imagine Randon holding a tiny stylus with tongue sticking at drawing stick figures. Yeah, that's pretty much what it's going to be for the first 2 years. Foster? You guys have a server-wide Pokemon TCG? Nope. I just play the Game Boy version, but I would be open to playing the server one, the newer one. Faries, you gotta ask some of the people in this chat are amazing artists. They'll point you in the right direction. I've never done art. I did art a little bit as like an 8-year-old, and that did not end well. Making money for live Magic World of Major Depression Order. Ah, yeah. I think Rose, you and I have a lot in common. We're just on the grind. We're like doing the rat race, doing like office jobs. I got numb, so I'm taking a small break. Ah, that's the life, right? Stick figures are banger. Yeah, Hootie. I'm not gonna be expecting to be a good artist right away. I'm gonna have fun with it. I'm gonna try to do it reliably. I'm thinking one drawing every other day. I'm gonna practice every other day. So rest, practice, rest, practice, rest, practice. And I'm gonna try to do that for 5 years straight. Draw with your shoulder. You want to make sure you don't get tendonitis, flexor abilities. Use your wrist as little as possible. Ah, thank you for the tip. Xiao was all stick figures. I remember Xiao. The stick fighting with like the Matrix slowdowns. Oh, that was beautiful. Yeah. It's like art block, but for your life. You gotta feel the pivot in your shoulder. Let me tell you, I'm like midway through getting tendonitis. It's not fun. Oh, I hope that doesn't become a permanent problem, Al. That would be like heartbreaking. Digital is too pretentious for my skill levels. Maybe when I become an old fart, I'll buy myself a tablet. Don't forget to be nice to your wrists. It's determination. Includes using computer mice. Yeah. Also playing the guitar. Yep. I'm learning so much. That's the goal, Cynic. We're an educational YouTube channel. My advice is to get digital medium to draw on so you can practice more cleanly and cost effectively. If you're adamant on traditional, get cheap paper and expensive pencils. Yeah. Official Budweiser commercial by the animator. Nice. I'm guessing you're talking about Xiao, the stick figure fighting. Outline work with a computer mouse back in the day. Oh my god. I can't imagine mouse drawing. That's hardcore. Delicious. Happy to hear that, Mike. I had a lot of fun chatting with you. Everyone, really, you know? So I finished the celery. I finished all of the broccoli. I have a good amount of carrots and a good amount of... I have pretty much all the cherry tomatoes left. I didn't really eat many tomatoes. I'll eat one right now. Oh yeah, fan art. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna wind it down. I'm gonna call it. Oh. This was a great stream. Thank you, everybody, for coming out and listening to me. I'm not hungry because I've been eating vegetables this entire time. Crack my neck. I'm gonna lurk streams. I think I deserve to have a little fun. I'm gonna watch some VTubers tonight, and then I'm gonna try to get some sleep. Alrighty, everyone. Thank you so much for coming out. Good night. Let's go.